Shit's different in this bitch. Fuck it. I ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up now. I slide, glide, choking on that beat.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
Ride. Got the top let down. Leaning to the right with the bass up now. I slide, glide, choking on that beat.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
You see the European grills on the lips gliss. Tank full of TheraBlue, cause I be in them shit whips. Brick slick, roll with me, catch a contact. High definition popping, flipping out the armrest. See, I'm a rider, dipping in the catalog. Just got it fitted on some shit I need a ladder for. Come up in your hood stunning when I leave, dude.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
I can't deny, I feel I'm such a fly guy. Top chop, call him Sleepy Hollow when they ride by. I know the haters can't stand. I ain't got a blemish on my Jolly Rancher can. Ride on, ride. Top leg down, weaving through the crowd with the bass up loud. Just slide on the slab when I creep. Take a bath before you put your ass on them seats. Ride, got the top leg down, leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide, glide, choking on that beat.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
Ride, got the top leg down, leaning to the right with the bass up loud. I slide.
What's happening? What's happening with it? What's good with it? Y'all already know what it is. You tuned in to another episode of Everything Boxing. There you go, talking that boxing again. Yeah. Smash on the like button. Smash on the like button. Make sure that you jump in the comments. Let me know that you in the building. My man Keith Johnson in the building. What's happening with it? AJ64 in the building. My man Ty Swindle straight from that ATL in the building. Johnny Q in the building. Starvinsky, what's happening with it? Mr. Sanchez in the building. Roderick Thomas in the building. Yoda Wise, what's happening with it? Crush. Ketty Peach 504, what's happening with it? Marvin Banks in the building. Who else we got? My man Blessed Two Fish. Kevin Wales in the building. Tubi Leak, what's happening with it? My man Chris in the building, what's happening with it? Yeah, Cali Fire. Ricky Williams, what's happening with it? What it do? Brandon House, what's happening? Trinidad, what it do?
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
Man, you see they saying already, I'm lagging.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
Yeah, what you need to do right now?
2 miles per hour. So
I'm telling you, it's this laptop. That's what it is. It's something wrong with the Wi-Fi port. That's what it is.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
Right now we got some loose in here.
2 miles per hour, so everybody sees.
I'm on Gucci, I'll keep it old school. I like that blue
2 miles per hour, so everybody
right
sees.
now, turn this up, put it on repeat.
Yeah. But y'all hit the like button. Let me turn this camera off since I'm lagging. Yeah. But we definitely finna cook today. You already know we definitely finna cook. Definitely. We got a lot to cook. We got a lot to cook on. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
You got a lot to talk about. They talking about tanking Ryan. Tanking Ryan. We got my man Boots. You know what I'm saying? We got my man Boots. He out here making noise. Boots, he say who he want next. They done made it loud and clear who Boots want to fight next. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about this Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis stuff. We also going to talk about y'all favorite, you know what I'm saying, Terence Bud Crawford. So we gonna see. So y'all make sure that y'all smash the like button so we can get started. And big news just came in on Tank Davis's next fight. And we definitely gonna talk about that. Big news just came in on Tank next fight. We definitely gonna talk about that. You know what I'm saying? So we got a lot to talk about. And Ricky, I've been seeing you put in a lot of work, Ricky. Salute to Ricky Williams Boxing, man. Been doing your thing, putting in that work. Yeah. One of the most passionate, in these boxing streets, Ricky Williams, man. One of the most passionate in these boxing streets. Eric Johnson, what's happening with it? He said, what up? Finally get to catch the live. Salute to you. Dominique, what's happening with it? Yeah, man. And like I said, we're going to talk about Tank Davis, This is all we've been asking for. Salute to Tank. Like I said, this fight announcement just came in. So, like I said, we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to talk about all of that, man. Let me see. Hold on. There's a lot of things going on in boxing, man. As far as 2023, it's looking real promising. 2023 is looking real promising. Now, we know how boxing do. We know they do this every year in boxing. They come out, they tell us they're going to give us everything that we want and more. But then we usually don't even get half of it. So hopefully this is the year. We've been waiting every year. Hopefully this is the year where we get everything that we've been asking for. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully this is the year. We're going to see. We really going to be able to see, all we got to do is stay patient and wait. So all we got to do pretty much is stay patient and wait and see if they really do give us these fights. Yeah, Ricky, this was supposed to be the year. And this year was full of disappointments. Now, don't get me wrong. We did have some big fights. But it seems like the disappointment outweighed the big fights that we had. So we got 2023 coming up, and we're going to see. But, on a more real note, a lot of fight fans, a lot of people I personally know was looking forward to 2022, being the year that we got all the big fights. And unfortunately, a lot of us, a lot of our loved ones, they're not going to get to see 2023 because they already passed and gone. They gone, so with God willing that we all here to see 2023 and we see, the big fights happen. Because personally, like I said, I'm not going to name no names, but we all know, hey, they not going to get to see it go down. And so, that shit sucked, but hey, it's life. It happens. But we all blessed to still be here. A lot of our friends and family ain't blessed to still, but they not here. I ain't gonna say they ain't blessed, And yeah, definitely RIP to Batman, man. Batman would have broke the internet with this shit that's going on with Terence Crawford. Because one thing that Batman always said, one thing that my brother Batman always used to say, he's a bitch. The man's a bitch. Batman always used to say that. Terence Crawford's a bitch. He used to say, I knew him growing up through the amateurs. He's a bitch. He always been a bitch. That was Batman when he get to talking about Bud. You know, he always would tell us that. But anyway, y'all hit the like button. Yeah, Knockout. You gonna like this one, Knockout. You gonna like this one, Knockout. Yeah, what's happening with it, Knockout? Aisha, what's going on with it? The Tank fans, you know what I'm saying? They gonna like me today. You know what I'm saying? They gonna like me today. They might hate me and be talking shit about me down the line, but they might like me today. You know, I'm just messing with you, Knockout. I appreciate that, Ricky. I appreciate that. We just trying to keep building, all of us, man. All of us. That's all we doing is trying to keep building. Yeah. Carmen, what's going on? What's going on with it, Queen? She say, take a star. You know, Tank Davis. Yeah. See, Tank don't need to worry about none of these other fighters. I told Tank, just continue to do what you gotta do, Tank. People gonna pay to see Tank regardless of who he's fighting. You know, I got a plan for Tank. Yeah. Hopefully, we don't see that nigga all up in the camera talking and, you know, fucking up shit, because Tank looked like he's starting off 2023 with a bang. You know what I'm saying? Tank is looking like he's starting off 2023 with a bang. Now, like I said, this is boxing, and we know how boxing do. We think we're going to get a lot of big shit, and then we get a whole bunch of mediocre shit. But let's stay positive. And, you know, like I said, I'm going to talk about Gervonta Davis and what he got going on, the announcement that they just made, who he going to fight next, and then who he's supposed to have next after that. And we're going to talk about all of that. But yeah, so let's talk about, y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash on the like button. If you would do me that favor, you know what I'm saying? It's free. It don't cost nothing. Do me that favor. Hit the like button. Because like I said, we got a lot to talk about. And we got a lot to get into. First thing I want to talk about is Jaron Ennis. Yeah, Jaron Ennis. Man, Boots. Look like, man, Boots got a lot of cats shook in these boxing streets. A lot of these dudes, they don't want no parts of Jaron Ennis. Now, in order to get the big fights, you got to have the big fighters, the big name fighters willing to step in the ring with you. Now, a lot of rumors was going around, like always. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be putting out a whole lot of boxing news that don't have no validity to it. That's just a bunch of motherfucking lies and shit. You know what I'm talking about? But a lot of rumors was going around that Jaron Ennis was fighting Speedy Rashidi Ellis next. I don't know. I just seen it going around. Jaron Ennis is fighting Speedy Rashidi Ellis, you know. But half of the shit that I see, I don't pay no attention to, because I know half of the shit that I see be some lies. Right? But Bozy Ennis, he came out and he shut that Speedy Rashidi Ellis shit down real quick. He says that, you know, we hit up Speedy Ellis, you know, before. This is not recently, but they had hit up Speedy Ellis before. And they was trying to get him to fight. And they said that they offered him, this is before Rashidi Ellis's last fight. We know that Rashidi Ellis fought a few months ago, right? I don't know. What was it, about three months ago? They said they hit him up. They said, you know what? Shit, we want the smoke. They said they even offered him 2 times more than what he was going to make. Right? They said they hit up Rashidi Ellis like, hey, you need an opponent? We looking for some smoke? Yeah. And we're going to offer you more money than what they offering you. Matter of fact, we're going to offer you 2 times more. You know? And they said Rashidi Ellis was like, no, thank you. I'm straight. I'm cool. I'm cool with the opponent, you know what I'm saying, that they asking me to fight. I'm cool. They said Rashidi Ellis turned down the smoke. Now, like I said, the rumors is coming up that, hey, we hearing that Rashidi Ellis and Boots Ennis is almost done. Done deal. All of that shit. It's close to being done and all that shit. You know, we hear that boxing news all the time. That shit just over and over, done deal and all that shit, but ain't shit done. But anyway, they said that Rashidi Ellis, they not looking for Rashidi Ellis right now. They said, why would they go down in ranking to fight Rashidi Ellis? They looking up in the ranking. You know what I'm saying? They looking at the people that's above them in the rankings. They trying to get a big fight. They on their road to a title. What is Jaron Boots Ennis? 28-0, 29-0. He said ain't no more half-stepping no more. They're not looking back. They full-fledged ahead, and they want all the smoke with everybody in the top 5. That's what they're looking at. So they made a respectful call out to Stanionis. They let everybody know we want Stanionis next. Stanionis has the WBA regular title, and we want that. We want that WBA regular strap off of Stanionis. Now, salute to Richard Schaefer, man. I fuck with Richard Schaefer. He is promoting Stanionis. Stanionis is a cool fighter. Auditors Unemployment, shout out to you, man. Salute to you. Jay Grant, what's happening with it? I see everybody in the building. Prince to Amir, what's good? But like I said, they want Stanionis. They didn't hide it. They didn't sugarcoat it. Straight off the rip, they said they want to snatch that WBA regular title off of Stanionis. That's what they looking for. They not looking at no Rashidi Ellis. They said Rashidi Ellis had a chance, and they're not interested in fighting Rashidi Ellis. And I get it, right? I get it. We had a chance to fight when I wasn't doing nothing and you wasn't doing nothing. Now, I'm right here. I'm right here at the gate. All they got to do is unlock the gate for me, and I'm going to take one of these straps. That's how Boots is talking. I'm already at the motherfucking gate. I'm just waiting for him to open it up. So let's make it happen. Yeah, and I like that fight. If Stanionis is what, you know, a lot of people think he is and what they say he is, he shouldn't have no problem fighting Boots. Richard Schaefer says, look, I don't have a problem with none of my fighters fighting nobody. I'm cool with whatever my fighter wants to do. So he's telling y'all, right? We can't come up with the excuse and use Richard Schaefer. Basically what Richard Schaefer's saying, but he didn't say this, but what I get out of it is if Stanionis don't end up accepting the fight with Boots, well, he decided to duck himself. Not his team, not his promoter, because Richard Schaefer said, hey, whatever my fighter wants to do, whoever my fighter wants to fight, I don't get in the way of that. They can get all the smoke if they want it. So Richard Schaefer cool with it. Richard Schaefer is cool with Boots and Stanionis fight. Only thing we got to know is Stanionis cool with it. Is Stanionis cool with it? Because if he believe in himself, he fuck around and beat Boots. You know how big that'll be? You know how big that'll be if Stanionis fuck around and beat Boots? Now, do I think he can beat Boots? No. But I mean, there's some boxing fans out there that think he can win. You know, and he ain't trash. He a solid ass fighter for sure. You know what I'm saying? He ain't on Boots level, but I can't say one thing on Stanionis' behalf. He got a better resume than Boots. I think he got a much better resume than Boots. Let's pull up Stanionis' resume. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone. Mantis Stanionis. Let's look at his resume. 14-0, 9 knockouts. Right off the rip. His last fight, y'all remember that? Dallas Cowboys Stadium. He fought Butayev. Close fight. Could have went either way. Split decision win for Stanionis. If you ask my brother Knockout gonna tell you that Butayev won that fight. Depending on who you ask. Now let me take that back. I thought Stanionis fought, but that was Butayev. See, he don't got a much better resume than Boots. I'll take that back. You know why I said that? Because I thought that he had fought Butayev and Jamal James, but Butayev is the one that stopped Jamal James. But like I said, you had Butayev. He fought Jamal James and stopped him. Then you had Stanionis and Butayev. They went head-to-head, toe-to-toe in a slugfest, and Stanionis came out on top. So, like I said, yeah, I take that back. He don't have a much better resume than Boots, but he have a better resume than Boots because he does have Butayev on his resume. You know what I'm saying? He do. I give him that. They got about the same. If you look at their resumes, they look pretty much the same except for one fight. But I see Boots winning that fight. But I mean, this is boxing. Y'all, these young fighters got to start taking these fights, man, and believing in themselves. See, a lot of these fighters, man, when they turn down smoke like that, they show me that they don't believe in themselves. And I'm not telling y'all that Stanionis is going to turn down the smoke. But what I am telling y'all, hey, is the challenge has been put out there. Stanionis ain't got no fight. Boots ain't got no fight. And they could make a mega fight on the undercard because, see, what we do know is Jaron Boots Ennis is fighting on the undercard. He probably will be the co-main event on the undercard of Gervonta Davis's next fight, and we're going to talk about that too. So, what's a better fight than Stanionis and Boots in a co-main event? That's a big-ass card right there in itself, right? I'm paying to see that alone, let alone the main event. The main event already going to be big. But I'm paying to see Stanionis and Jaron Boots Ennis by itself. Make it happen. They talking all of this shit about 2023. We getting all the fights and 2023 gonna be this. Okay, start it out with a bang then. Start it out on the Gervonta Tank Davis card. Give us an undercard that we want to see. Give us a co-main event that we want to see. Stop giving us all this bullshit and then wanting us to pay for it on pay-per-view. That's worth paying for. Gervonta Tank Davis and who he gonna fight, and then the co-main event, Stanionis and Boots. Would y'all pay to see that? Dundada, what's happening with it? Samuel Washington, what it do? Andrew Gray, what's happening with it? DW, what's happening with it? My man Knockout says, all I know is people need to put some respect on Tank's name with these two fights back to back. Knockout, answer the question, man. We're going to get to that. Man, hold your horses, Knockout. Hey, knockout. What you think about Stanionis and Boots on the undercard of Tank Davis's next fight? Would you not even? We're gonna take Tank Davis out of the equation because I know you'll pay to see Tank pretty much fight anybody. But I'm saying, would you pay? Right? You hear that's gonna be the co-main event of a card. Would you pay to see that? Because I sure would pay to see that. Stanionis and Boots. Yeah, okay. Knockout has spoken. He said, I got a video on it. And y'all go check out Knockout's video if y'all ain't checked it out. He says, I think the main event, he said, I think that's main event level. I would pay for that card for sure. Yeah, real talk. Real talk. Tell me, would y'all pay to see Stanionis and Boots as a co-main event? I don't give a fuck what card it is. That's a hell of a co-main event fight in itself. And both fighters, they could prove everything we need to see. If Jaron Boots Ennis go in there and run through Stanionis like he been doing everybody else, well, your favorite fighter better run, duck, and hide. Because like I said, Stanionis ain't no punk. Motherfucker can fight. He tough, he gritty, he rugged, raw, he can fight. And if Jaron Boots Ennis can run through him like some wet toilet paper, that's crazy. Like, that's scary. Now, Stanionis, he can prove a lot. He can prove a lot in that fight too. If he can go and dethrone Jaron Boots Ennis, maybe Jaron wasn't everything that everybody say he is. Or if he could give Jaron Boots Ennis a run for his money and give him a hell of a tough fight, maybe they both what everybody say they is, but they just both on a whole nother level. They both on the level with Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. So we can learn a lot with fights like that going down. We don't see that no more. Like I'm saying, I'm surprised that we getting to see. I'm surprised that we seeing Michelle Rivera versus Frank Martin, because we don't even see fights like that no more with two young up and coming fighters. But we know who behind that. The truth, Errol Spence. And he's showing y'all that he moving Frank Martin like he moved his own career. He want all the smoke. If Frank Martin say he want all the smoke, okay, bam, I'm going to give it to you. That's what type of promoter I am. So, yeah, I'm excited for that. I'm excited to find out who Boots is fighting. Hopefully, it is Stanionis. Cody Crowley, he's solid too. I wouldn't be mad at that. I seen somebody say that. Sean Clark, what's happening with it? Salute. The Queen Sheena in the building. What's good with it, Sheena? Salute to you. Let me see. Let me see who else. And y'all hit the like button. Smash the like. Let's see what the likes is looking like. Because like I said, we going to cook today. Definitely finna cook up today. Got a lot to talk about. And shit, I'm here to entertain y'all. So let's see what the likes is looking like. Like I said, man, if you can't support the channel, at least hit the like button. At least hit the like button if you don't want to support the channel no other type of way. Let me see. Let me see what these lights is looking like. Me grab my phone. Yeah, get the likes up. Y'all get the likes up. Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Get the likes up. YSM said last night on his live that he gonna release Boost news today, and we ain't gonna like it, so it's more likely ain't Stanionis. Damn, bro. You came in here and just, you know what I'm saying? You trying to take all the energy out of a nigga. You just shut that shit down real quick. God damn. He came in here and just, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we had a cool vibe going on. We was all wishing, hoping, and praying, and he done already came in here and fucked some shit up. And no, you know what I'm saying? And no beef to you. I appreciate the news, but I'm just saying, we had a cool vibe going on. We was all crossing our fingers, wishing and praying. We like, man, 2023 finna be that goddamn year. We finna get Boots. We finna get motherfucking Tank. We finna get, you know, EJ maybe running through some shit at 154. And he came in real quick and shut some of that shit down and brought us all back to reality. It said, yeah, YSL said he finna announce the Boost news today, and we ain't gonna like it. YSM, my bad, YSM. And shout out to YSM, man. He doing great work over there. Shout out to him. He doing great work over there. Damn. Shit, I wasn't trying to hear that. Bro, I don't know techniques. I don't know who you talking to or what you got going on. I don't know if you talking to me. I don't know if you talking to somebody in the comments, bro. But this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come over here arguing about another channel or talking like, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't do that shit. You don't go to their channels and do that shit. So don't come over here and do that. You feel me? You gonna respect my shit just like you respect their shit. If not, don't come over here doing that. I don't know who, like I said, I don't know who you talking to or what you got going on, but you know, we ain't finna do that, bro. Real talk. So yeah. But knockout, if you got some time, you know what I'm saying, when we get on this Gervonta Davis talk, it's only right for me to bring you up here, you know. It's only right for me to bring you up here because you one of his, you know, biggest fans. You one of his biggest fans, and you've been riding for Tank. So, you know, if you got time. But anyway, Aisha says that she just saw the WBA order Stanionis versus Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, I didn't see that, but I appreciate the news. I appreciate the news. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. Appreciate that news. But the thing is like, what does that mean, though? You know what I'm saying? What does that mean? It's still, you know what I'm saying? If they order Stanionis versus Virgil Ortiz, it's a lot of problems with that because both fighters got to want it. You feel me? Both fighters got to want to get the smoke. And not only that, you got Stanionis with the PBC and you got Virgil Ortiz with Golden Boy. Both promotional companies got to want that fight. Because now they make it so easy when they order a fight. A lot of people don't understand this, and I'm not saying you don't understand, but I'm just saying a lot of people don't understand. The sanctioning body can order a fight, and all the fighter got to do is say, you know what? I'm going to go another route. I'm not going to go the WBA route. I'm going to go the WBC route. I'm going to go the IBF route. I'm going to go the WBO route. And easy as that, the fight is off. You feel me? As easy as that, the fight is off. And it's unfortunate that they do that, Aisha, because a lot of these fights we hear being ordered and we'll get excited like, oh shit, they're going to have to fight now. It's been, probably going to go down. And that's just, that's just news being put out. basically a lot of that shit we could start calling it fake news being put out to get the fans hyped about some shit that'll never happen. That's what I'm sick of. I think that's what a lot of fans are sick of is news being put out. We get hyped up about some shit and then it never happens. And salute to the Queen Aisha in that Cash App. Salute to you, Queen. I appreciate you supporting the channel in that Cash App. And we got my man, let me see. Hold on. We got my man Sean Clark in the building. He says, Bud say he happy. Thought he was angry inside a couple months ago. He all in his feelings, ain't he? Man, we gonna get on that. We sure gonna get on Bud ass. I almost forgot. You know what I'm saying? With all this other shit, I almost forgot about Bud ass. But thanks to Sean Clark, he put me right back on my pivot. Yeah, we gonna get on his ass too. Renee Bosch Young, what's happening with it? What's happening with it? DW says YSM dropped gems last night. Said was originally offered a guarantee of $5 million, but wanted $22 million. They offered 8.5. He wanted $15 million. He said they go to $10 million, and Crawford said no, so went to a split. Ah shit. Let me hold on. You know what I'm gonna do? Because YSM, I respect him. You know what I'm saying? I respect the news that he come out with because his shit be official. You know what I'm saying? He don't be coming out with no bullshit. His shit be official. So I'm gonna take my phone right here. I usually, you know what I'm saying, don't go off of what other people say unless I do my own research. You know, that's just me. But YSM, his shit do be official. And, you know, he care about his integrity in the game. You know what I'm saying? He still is very passionate about the sport. He covers Jaron Ennis very well. And he's very passionate about the news that he put out. So if he dropped it, if he said that, I'm going to believe it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to believe it. If he said that shit, I'm going to believe it. Yeah. So my man, Hosanna, I think that's how you say your name. You got a lot of shit going on in your name, Hosanna. But I'm pretty sure it probably means something. He says, another interesting nugget YSM dropped last night on his live is that Bud wanted $15 million guarantee, Hammond offered 8. Oh yeah, the same. Y'all saying basically, y'all just said the same thing, man. Same thing. Yeah, so yeah, y'all was typing. You and DW was typing the same exact thing. Be the God say Stanionis has a better chance of beating Virgil than Boots. Boots too fast with great footwork. Yeah. I mean, we see all of the attributes that Boots has, all of the speed, power, talent. He is a real switch hitter. I don't consider, and y'all can disagree with me, I don't consider Terence Crawford a real switch hitter because what he can switch, but what he does is he'll switch, you know, early on in the fight, and then he'll never go back to orthodox. So I look at Terence Crawford more as a southpaw that can fight, you know, in orthodox. Boots is different. Boots, he'll switch up in mid combination and then switch back and confuse you. So you never know what Boots is going to do when he's switching because he does it in mid combination. That's a real switch hitter. That's a real switch hitter right there for you. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, Boots is, man, dude is scary. But the only thing is we've seen a lot of fighters in the past look like Jaron Ennis look. And this is not me knocking Jaron Ennis because I believe in Jaron Ennis. I believe that he probably everything they say he is. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying we've seen fighters in the past look like a Jaron Ennis. and I'm not talking about stylistic wise, I'm just saying running through everybody, look scary, look like they can't be beat, dominating, right? And then all of a sudden, they step up and they fight that fighter that's on the same level or another A-level fighter, and they not able to do all that shit that they was able to do in the ring against guys like Thomas Delorme and C-level fighters, right? Because right now, we only know how Jaron Ennis look against C-level fighters. Now, can you bring, right? Can you bring all of the great things that you do? Can you bring that in the ring and do it against a Terence Crawford, Errol Spence, Virgil Ortiz, Keith Thurman, and so on and so on, right? Can you bring all of that in the ring, right? And when you fight another A-level fighter, can you display all of that talent against them? That's the only thing. Do I believe he can? Yeah, I believe he can, but we still got to see it. We still got to see it. That's all I'm saying is we still got to see it. You know, like I always tell people, show me the toughest motherfucker in the world and I'll show you a lie. You dig what I'm saying? It's always somebody that can whoop somebody, pound for pound, whatever it may be. So, you know, I think, but I don't know until we see him fight another A-level fighter. Let's just go back to Errol Spence, right? Let's go back to Errol Spence. Motherfuckers was like talking shit and down in Errol Spence because, and I still to this day, I'll tell you that I noticed that wasn't Errol Spence at his best because he was fucking off. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't Errol Spence at his best, but I'm talking about the Sean Porter fight. Motherfuckers was downing and talking shit about Errol Spence, talking about what he ain't and he ain't shit because he had a tough fight with Sean Porter. Another A-level fighter. But so those are the type of fights that we get when you step up in competition and fight another dog like that ain't just willing to lay down. Okay. Yeah, I got you. I might as well. I'll just drop it in there right now and knock out while I'm cooking. So let me send this link to Knockout real quick. And I gotta go back and watch that debate too, Knockout, because I missed the debate last night, man. I sat back in my motherfucking in my section on recline that bitch back and fell asleep. Missed everything. Woke up, the debate was over. The football game was damn near over. Yeah, so I got to go back and watch that debate. That's how you know when you get old, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You get older, man, you can't make it through shit. A football game, goddamn, a movie. I'm falling asleep through all of that shit. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. Done doubted though. He had a real tough fight with Porter, but that's what happens when two top level fighters get in the ring with each other. You're not finna see one fighter just run. We rarely will see one fighter just run through the other fighter. You seen Terence Crawford was fucking, you know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even Sean Porter at his best. I'm gonna give Terence Crawford his props. You know what I'm saying? Kenny Porter stopped Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? But Terence Crawford dropped Sean Porter twice. One was a flash knockdown. The other one, you know, caught him clean, right? The one because the first knockdown, he caught Sean Porter being wild, lunging in and caught him in his chest and set him down. So, you know, it's kind of a flash knockdown. Wasn't nothing that hurt Sean. And then the other one, I think it was like he caught him on his temple. But Sean was cool. He was okay. So I'm not going to give him credit for stopping Sean because Kenny Porter stopped Sean. But I'm going to give him credit for beating Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? He came out and he showed me in that fight. What Terence Crawford showed in that fight is he showed that if he needs to step it up, put his foot on the gas and take it to another level, he's able to do that. But he was having a fucking tough ass fight with Sean Porter. And that wasn't even Sean Porter on his motherfucking A game. Like, that wasn't the best Sean Porter, but he was still having a very tough fight with Sean Porter. And some people will tell you that he was losing that fight, you know, up until like a round before the knockdown with Sean Porter. So, yeah, that just shows you what happened when you get in there with other great fighters. It ain't going to be no walk in the park. You know what I'm saying? We seen Floyd. We seen Floyd get in there with opponents that, you know, gave him tough ass fights where Floyd barely got the win, but he got the W. He still got the W. So yeah, you know, that's just what it is. Now we need to see Jaron Ennis in that fight, a fight like that. Because one thing I can say about Virgil Ortiz, do I think that Virgil Ortiz is better than Boots? No, I don't. But one thing I can say about Virgil is Virgil got a resume on him already. Like, to me, Virgil is proven to me. Like, Virgil is proven that he can get in there with anybody and he's going to be a tough fight for anybody. I don't give a fuck if it's Errol Spence. I don't give a damn if it's Terence Crawford. I don't give a damn if it's Jaron Ennis, Keith Thurman, whoever it may be. Virgil has already proven that he like that. And whether he win or lose now, and am I telling you that he could beat all those fighters? No. But I'm telling y'all, he's proven to whether he wins or lose, he gonna get in there and he gonna give you a motherfucking problem. You know what I'm saying? You might beat him, but he gonna give you a problem. He on that level. To me, Virgil Ortiz has proved that he is on that, you know, A level. You could call him A minus, you know, just a straight up A plus, whatever you want to call him, but he's proved he's on that level. So now it's time for Jaron Ennis to get the opponent, because these guys don't want to fight him, right? It take two to ball. You know what I'm saying? It take two to tangle. It's time for him to get that opponent to where he can prove that he's on that level. And that's all we need to see. Yeah. Errol, that motherfucker, like EJ, you right, blessed two fish. EJ, one thing we know is he got one of them goddamn Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez chins. And if you know what I'm saying, if you know, you know. EJ got one of them Gennady Golovkin, Canelo Alvarez type chins. You know what I'm saying? You might rock him, but you ain't gonna get him to go down. But anyway, let's move on. Let's talk about Bud Crawford. Before we get to Tank Davis, because I'm gonna say that for last. Let's talk about Bud Crawford, man. He been making a lot of news out here. And y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like button. Let me check this. Let me check to see what these likes is at. Yeah, man. Y'all got to get the likes up. Come on, man. Y'all got to get the likes up. Like, I know it ain't this much. I know it ain't this many cats up in here hating. I know it ain't this many cats up in here, up in the building today hating. Y'all got to get the likes up. This shit ridiculous. Like, real talk. Y'all got to get the likes up. Kel Too Slimy says Lipinet's better than Virgil's opponents. In what planet? What planet? Now you tripping, bro. Oh yeah, Julio, that shit was funny as hell, man. I was watching that video last night. That shit had me in tears. That video was funny as hell. Yeah, man, y'all hit the like button. Smash the like. Smash on the like. Y'all got to get the likes up. Motherfuckers be wanting to be in the background and shit, just sniffing around. Oh, I ain't gonna hit the like button. I'm not gonna hit his like button. Y'all be weird as hell, man. Hit the like button. Shit crazy. We got to get the likes up to at least 200. We got to get the likes up to at least 200 because, you know, we ain't, you know, shit crazy. Shit crazy as hell, man. My man Kawhi Elliott said, as soon as I hit the like button, the tube took 30 likes away. Yeah, they be moving funny. My brother Blue Blood, he'll tell you about that shit better than anybody can. Blue Blood be watching that shit. But yeah. So, like I said, get the likes up, man. Quit hating and get the likes up. Okay. Now, check it out. Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford, he been making a lot of news lately. A lot of news for being a motherfucking idiot, right? Every time he talk, he contradict himself. Every time he open up his mouth, he lying again and again and again and again. Like one thing I have learned about Terence Crawford, he's a compulsive liar. He got and I didn't learn this. I've been knowing this. He got a whole bunch of motherfucking jealousy in his veins and blood, right? And something about Errol Spence just brings it all out of him. Now, Terence Crawford now, he going at it with fans, right? Because it's funny because a couple of days ago, Bud, he posted on Twitter, don't let nothing take you out. Basically, I don't know what the exact words, so I'm just paraphrasing, but this is what he posted on Twitter, basically saying like, don't let nothing take you off your focus, right? Stay focused. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Don't basically saying that, you know what I'm saying? Don't let nothing take you off your focus. Stay focused on the task at hand. Well, he needs to practice what he preach because he's focused on what the people are saying, what the fans are saying. And the reason you know why he's focused on what the fans are saying is because in his head, when he come out here telling lies, doing all these interviews and contradicting himself, he doesn't think to say, okay, you know what? I might not need to say that. I might need to chill on that because if I'm telling a bold-faced lie, or if I said the opposite the last time I did an interview, all of this shit is going to be on YouTube and people are going to call me out for it. He don't think that. You know what I'm saying? He don't think over shit before he get to running his mouth. But we all know a motherfucker that lie all the time, right? We all know somebody that lies and contradict themselves all the time, right? It's going to come out once they start talking. Why doesn't Bud Crawford talk a lot? Because of that very reason. That's why he don't talk a lot. Because every time he opened up his motherfucking mouth, it's a lie, and he's contradicting himself. So now, the reason he came out, right, and I'm going to tell y'all exactly what he said. For the people that don't know what he said, he's talking shit about the fans, right? He talking shit about the fans. He says, the real flex is I'm living life happy. Pain, and a lot of y'all is sad, jealous, broke, and miserable. Now, what that tells me right there is he said that he's so paid, everybody else is broke and miserable. But you know what that let me know? He might be paid, But the motherfucker miserable. He's miserable because everybody is getting on his helmet and he's embarrassed because everybody knows that he ducked Errol Spence. So he's going back reading all the comments because it's bothering him. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean nothing. You feel me? You can have all the money in the world. But when you know you getting called out about lying and you go look at all the motherfucking people getting on your helmet, that's going to bother you. It's bothering him. You know what I'm saying? It's getting under his skin. It's getting to him. You know who they can't shake up? You know who they can't bother? Knockout, take your mic off of mute real quick and answer this question. You know who they can't shake up and you know who they can't bother? Do you know Knockout? Knockout, you there? Oh, he going, well, they can't, yeah, Big Dose 513. They can't shake up and they can't bother Errol Spence. That's why you don't hear him or see him, my bad. That's why you don't see him on Twitter or on Instagram going at fans. He ain't worried about that shit. He know he moving. You know what I'm saying? He know he big stepping. So what a motherfucking hater got to say about him, he don't pay no attention to it because it holds no weight. It doesn't concern him. It holds no validity towards his name. But Terence Crawford, it bothers him because he know deep down inside this shit is real. And what y'all looking at, right? And I'm going to read the comment again. The real flex is I'm living life happy, paid, and a lot of y'all is sad, jealous, broken, miserable. Why you got to let everybody, I mean, did anybody say that he wasn't living life happy? Did anybody say that he wasn't paid? So with that being said, why do you have to tell everybody?
Yo, my mic good? Can you hear me?
Good now.
All right.
So with that being said, why do you have to tell anybody that you living life happy and you're paid and all of that? Why you got, I mean, shit, if you living life happy, okay, why you need to get on Twitter and tell everybody that? Because you know what? Why he telling everybody that? Because it's a motherfucking lie. He embarrassed. He embarrassed. And he miserable because he got to go look at them motherfucking comments and everybody know he a fraud. That's just what it is. Everybody knows he's a fraud. He got to go back and look at those comments and everybody knows he's a fraud. And he getting exposed. See, for many years upon years, Terence Crawford, he was the one that was getting away scotch-free, Knockout. He was getting away scotch-free. Everybody, oh, Terence, Bud is this and Bud is that. Number one pound for pound. Ain't nobody fucking with Bud. Everybody's scared of Bud. Errol Spence is a duck. Errol Spence a bitch. Errol Spence don't want to fight Bud. Errol Spence is this and that. And Bud was sitting back giggling and shit, nigga, rubbing his hands together. He, ha, ha, pointing the finger like, oh, yeah, they all on Errol Spence. Knowing it was a lie, but he was liking that shit. You know what I'm saying? He was loving that shit. They was loving it. And he was getting away scotch-free. No fingers was pointed at him. You know what I'm saying? If any fingers was pointed anywhere, they was pointed at Bob Arum. They wouldn't have pointed at Bud. Everybody was giving Bud all his respect. But now, when the gates open, all you had to do, right? They left the door unlocked, Knockout. Motherfucking hey, they said, hey, Errol Spence is right there. You know what I'm saying? He behind the gate. You know what I'm saying? You've been woofing all that shit like a goddamn big dog. Errol Spence right over there behind that gate. You know what? We took the padlock off for you. All you got to do is just go ahead and walk in the gate. He's going to be right there waiting for you. When the motherfucker got a chance to walk in the gate, when Errol Spence was waiting on the other side, what happened, Knockout? I'm gonna let you take it from here.
Shit, his ass didn't want to go. He didn't want to go in the backyard and shit, bro. He didn't want the fight. And that tweet that you read that he posted, bro, all that shit sound like is when rich people get mad at fans and shit because they know they getting heat that they deserve. We seen LeBron do that same shit when they lost to my Mavericks, bro. Y'all got to go back to y'all miserable lives. I'm still successful. I'm rich. Nah, because you failed, nigga. Because you blew the lead and you lost the goddamn finals. Nigga, that's all Bud doing, bro. He know he failed, bro. He know he failed. He know he ain't got no comeback. All these lies done been exposed. Every little story that he was living off of, all them narratives. I'm the boogeyman and shit. That shit got exposed because Earl went straight after the fight. Well, shit, Earl gonna duck me. He don't really want to fight. That shit got exposed because Earl made Al Heyman go try to make that goddamn fight. Then he did his IG shit. Like, man, I'm finna go tell him. Then they gonna be able to ride with me. Put his foot in the mouth on IG. Then did like 4 or 5 YouTube interviews. Put his foot in his mouth on all them hoes. People just constantly, you see it every day. The real ones, at least, just pointing out lie after lie after lie after lie. Nigga, you lie right here. Oh, what you talking about? Oh, man, shit, the lawyer and shit. Al Heyman was negotiating with a lawyer, and I had to say, I knew nothing upon who he was negotiating with because I didn't even know the nigga. I ain't know the lawyer. Al Heyman, I had to tell Al Heyman, Al, I don't even know this guy you negotiating with. All right, yeah, bro, right? So Al Heyman, one of the biggest businessmen in boxing, he just gonna negotiate with somebody that ain't no part of your team. So he started out that whole thing capping. Then the $50 million shit came and all that extra shit came. Then he gets called out by Earl.
You cut out, Knockout.
Then Earl said if I'm lying, post the contract. He don't post that hoe. He don't call cap. He don't do none of that shit. Then he goes on Kate Ave though, thinking that we forgot, nigga. We know you did an interview with Andre Ward, bro. We know you talked to Andre Ward and told him being undisputed at 147. That's what drives me. Then she asked the question about the nigga because she did her research and she listened to his other interview. She said, hey, you once said that being undisputed drives you. So will you be okay with not getting undisputed? He said, well, I didn't say being undisputed drives me. I said being world champion drives me. And then we like, bro, you just capping all over the place. Then this was some real big cap that I don't think enough people are talking about. This nigga told us, he said, look, man, Top Rank is racist. They didn't give me my money. They didn't look out for me. They didn't give me fights on purpose. They sabotaged my shit. So I'm suing their ass. I'm suing you niggas. Y'all did me so dirty. I'm suing y'all. Then he proceeded to tell us less than a week ago, I just want to let y'all know that by far, Top Rank is the best promotional company by far, and it's not even close. And everybody is looking at this nigga like, you stupid, dumb idiot, bro. Like, what are you trying to tell us right now, dog? And so when you put all of that shit, and the crazy thing is, bro, it sounds like I'm doing some stand-up comedy shit right now. It sounds like I'm being funny and like trying to make jokes and make people laugh and shit. But like all this shit really happened, Keith.
Right.
All this shit, he really did all this shit. So now he's like, damn, they done caught on. They catching everything that I'm doing that's bullshit. So let me.
You cut out again, Knockout.
He don't realize, brother, like niggas ain't really broke like that, bro. We just, as a matter of fact, it's the bro. Like I don't even want to be disrespectful, but fuck it, it's the broke dumb niggas out here that's the ones that's believing you. The people that actually got common sense and actually got something going for themselves. Them the ones that's really calling you out on your bullshit, bro. And so you coming at the wrong people. You know what I'm saying? It ain't our fault that you full of shit, man. And so that's all that shit was, bro. He ain't got nothing else to go to. It's like when Key, when you in a debate with a nigga and you killing him, nigga be like, well, your guys are drunk, nigga. How about that? Then it's fucking over. That's basically what he did, bro. That's really all that shit was. So I'm just laughing at him today, dog. It's Friday. I'm in a good mood. I'm ready for Turkey Day next week and shit. So I'm just laughing at this nigga today. Like, damn, bro, you out here bad right now. I hope you enjoy your time with your family, your Thanksgiving, because no one is believing you right now, nigga.
Man, and what you think about the comments that he said? I'll read them again. He says, the real flex is I'm living life happy, paid, and a lot of y'all sad, jealous, broken, miserable. What makes you, like, in your opinion, why does he got to come on Twitter and say that?
Yeah, bro.
and
Like I just
argue with
said, cause
fans.
all the shit just got exposed on him, so he ain't got nothing, bro. He literally knows that he fucked up. He knows that ain't nobody buying it, and so what do people do, bro? When you trying to win something or you trying to have a conversation in any argument, anything you do or whatever, people just gonna start name calling this shit, bro. So he got on Twitter name calling because this nigga is seeing everything, bro. He see that he getting killed. He see that people just point out all his inconsistencies, all his contradictions. And so all that shit was him just lashing out, bro. They're like that. I'm telling you, bro. You go look through history. You go look at these stars and shit. When they fall short, bro, whether they get caught drunk driving or they fall short in professional sports, and that's the first thing that they go to is trying to shit on the fans, acting like they better than people, bro. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna say that y'all broken, y'all miserable, and I'm living my life happy because I really ain't got no comeback for what you saying right now. And that's all he did, bro. Like he just lashing out, bro, and he like a high schooler or some shit, just petty and mad and angry because ain't nobody believing his bullshit no more. And now, like, bro, at this point, the only way, like, I got the answer for him. He probably don't want to hear it because it seems like he don't want no smoke. The only way to come back from this shit, bro, is he has to get in the ring and fight Errol, bro. And then everybody will give him all the respect that he deserves, bro. But this lashing out and trying to come at people, man, ain't nobody, that ain't moving nobody. The only thing that is going to move us diehard boxing fans is if you get in the ring with that man, because you do not get to say the shit that you and your team have said about this man for all these motherfucking years and shit. And then when it come time, you don't get in the ring with him. No one has it. Like, that's the thing, bro. Like, I don't care about him calling Earl a drunk and all the shit that Bo Mac talked. I don't care about that shit. The only time I care about that shit is when you don't stand on it, bro. You don't get to do all that shit, then not stand on it. And that's what people are calling him out on, bro. You said all of this shit for all these years, bro. We're tired of you talking, bro. You literally had a contract to fight this man and you fighting somebody else, bro. I don't want to hear nothing else. I don't care about nothing else, bro. So this whole little tweet about people being miserable and the real flex is me being rich and getting money and all that. All right, bro, cool. Well, people gonna forget about your ass when it's all said and done unless you get a big fight, bro. You literally running around here trying to tell me that your signature win is motherfucking Amir Khan, bro. You call Julius Ndongo your signature win, bro. Like, I can't rock with you on that shit, bro. You gotta fight somebody, bro. You got to. So like I ain't taking that shit serious, man. He just mad, Key. He just mad, petulant, and just throwing shade because he ain't got nothing else to do because he ain't got no real talking points to talk about, bro.
But you know what, though, Knockout? The funny thing is why he ain't coming on social media talking about his motherfucking opponent, though. He ain't talking about his fight he got coming up. I almost forgot the nigga was fighting David. I've been sneezing. He ain't said nothing about that man.
That's how you know it's bullshit, bro. Like, look at what
BLK Prime. BLK Prime. Terence Crawford ain't doing his job.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's how you know you gotta watch a nigga's actions, bro. Like you know a nigga know he on some bullshit when his words don't meet his actions. So if you really wasn't tripping, if you really wasn't fazed by all this shit that's going on, nigga, you be out this bitch. Look, David Avenesian, make sure y'all buy that shit. David Avenesian, make sure y'all buy that shit. BLK Prime, we taking over. You know what I'm saying? Come check out my interview on BLK Prime. But now, what is this nigga doing? This nigga is going from YouTube channel to YouTube channel to the Zone Boxing Show, back to a YouTube channel, to another YouTube channel, talking about Errol Spence, bro. Making reasons and trying to give us reasons why he ain't duck Errol and why he don't need Errol. This nigga is not going around promoting his fight. He is going around trying to do publicity, bro. That's how you know that he knows the fight is bullshit. So fuck what he say. Look at what he doing, bro. Like, if he really didn't care, if it really wasn't bothering him, he'd get to the interview. He'd tell the interviewer, look, I ain't answering no question about Errol Spence. Ask me about my upcoming fight only. If you ask me anything other than my upcoming fight, I'm cutting the interview short. And he would make them ask him questions about the fight that he got coming up. He not doing that shit because he know it's some bullshit, bro. He know it's some bullshit.
Bro, it's like, it's funny because, like, I see through all the bullshit. He's embarrassed. He's not talking about his opponent because he's embarrassed, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's embarrassed. That's just what it is. Let's just call it for what it is. The motherfucker embarrassed, dog. You know what I'm saying? He's embarrassed. It's like, I don't want to talk about this motherfucking goddamn, I've been sneezing. Especially now that people ain't accepting this shit, he's embarrassed. He really want to go run, duck off, and hide somewhere. But he did it to himself. He did it to himself. It's like, okay, do I want to get my eyeball snatched out and get a whole bunch of money doing it? Or do I want to get, good money fighting another opponent like I've been doing my whole career, just running through them? Yeah, I'll pick plan B. I'll go to plan B. Y'all think I'm playing when I say get his eyeball snatched out his head. Shit, y'all seen what Kell Brook did to him in 3 rounds. What you think EJ gonna do to him? What you think EJ gonna do to him if Kell did that shit to him in 3 rounds?
Man, look, like I've been telling people, if Bud can't catch Earl with some shit to hurt him, he in for a long night, bro. If he, cause the thing is, like I always told people, Bud timing and his counterpunching ability always been good enough to where he gonna hit Earl. We know he gonna hit him, but if he hit Earl and that motherfucker smile, and Bud caught him flushing, he just smiled like nigga for real. That's it. Bud in for a long night, bro. He gotta hurt Earl. If he don't hurt Earl, and he in for a long night, bro. That's the only shot he ever had was to hurt him and then use his finishing ability to stop him, bro. That's the only shot he got, bro.
Yeah, Big Dose. What's your email? I need your email. Let me see. Email me, Big Dose. Hit me on IG with your email. I think I got you on IG. Hit me on IG with your email. And y'all get the likes up. Y'all smash the like button. It's free to hit the like
button, bro. That shit free like motherfucker.
It's free to hit the like. It's free to, let me look in this comment too. I'm gonna give out a couple wrenches. To cats that I know that be in here all the time. Let me give a wrench to Big Dose. My man Julio. Give a wrench to Julio. Let me see who else. Man, Johnny Q. And when I give y'all these wrenches, don't just be blocking people for, having a disagreement or they not, going with whatever you going with. Don't block nobody. Don't time them out. Don't do none of that shit. Unless they in here trolling this shit. That's when you get, if they trolling and being disrespectful, then get them up out of here.
Mm-hmm.
But don't, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't like when people get to blocking people and shit just because we having a disagreement or they not agreeing with what everybody else agreeing with. I don't care about none of that, bro. We can't all agree with each other. You know what I'm saying? If motherfucker came in here and agreed with everything I said, I'll feel some type of way like, you know what I'm saying? Like this some fake ass shit.
Yeah, I don't even want nigga. I don't even like having a panel where everybody fucking agree.
Right, because now people just getting on your and they just agreeing with you just because they think they got to. Shit. My man Mark McLean. I think I'm saying it right. Mark McLean. What's happening with it? He says, now Cat's talking about Errol need to do an interview for what? Bud out here hanging himself with short rope. Bud doing what he has always done, fought B-level competition. And I feel you, man. Martin, I feel you, dog. I feel you because he don't need to do no motherfucking interview for what, dog?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to sit up here and say that I wouldn't enjoy hearing Errol Spence doing an interview. Yeah, I'm going to watch it. Everybody going to watch that shit. I want to know what he got to say. But for me to say that he need to do an interview, no, we know what it is. He don't need to do no interview because we already know what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Pete, check it out, bro. Like, so if you are the mindset that Earl need to do an interview, what you saying is you ain't got no common sense, no logic to be able to see when somebody lying to your ass yourself, bro. Like it like just all the way trill and just breaking it down for everybody 100%. If by this point you can't see the inconsistencies and the contradictions and the lies and the cap for yourself when it comes to this situation, bro, then like Earl doing the interview not gonna save you, bro, because you just ain't got no common sense, bro. Like it's just that simple, bro. It's not really like ain't no interview. If at this point you can't see the shit for yourself, it's nothing that an interview is gonna do for you, bro. That shit just an excuse, man.
Yeah, real talk. I'll put my IG in the chat. Hold on. My IG is Mr. underscore everything underscore boxing. So I'll put it in the chat. Hold on. I'll type it in the chat. Give me a second. You go ahead and cook.
Yeah, bro, and so I mean, at the end of the day, bro, on the Earl and Terrence situation, they both moving on. So we know Terrence is fighting fucking David Avenesian. So you know, for the sake of him and his fans, and honestly, bro, like no disrespect to Avenesian, for the sake of boxing, bro, Bud got to win that fight, and he need to do what he need to do. Look like Earl fighting Keith, you know, and for me, may they both come out unscathed, and hopefully Earl spin the block like he said he gonna do. And maybe Bud to do right. Like I said, if he is he acting like he ain't, but if he is interested in kind of, you know, saving some face and having no, because just as quickly as I'm criticizing him, bro, like y'all, we gonna talk about it later, but look, I've been one of Ryan Garcia's biggest critics, bro. But like that, as soon as he give me what I want as a boxing fan, all right, cool. Now I can get behind that. Now I can put some respect on that shit. It's the same thing for Bud Crawford, bro. Ain't no hate. It ain't no hate, bro. The moment he give me what I want, I'm gonna be like, yeah, all right, now that's how you move, nigga.
Mm-hmm.
This shit you did over here was some sucker shit, but now, all right, cool. I'm getting behind that shit. Now I'm rocking with you. I ain't got nothing but positive things to say about you, because I deal in facts, bro. We deal in logic and facts and factual information and being about the best possible fight that I can get. Anybody giving me that shit, I'm gonna rock with it. But it's just right now, bro, he got to get this smoke because he fucked up the fight that I wanted more, bro. Like I wanted this fight more than any fight I can remember since starting my channel, bro. And he fucked it up, right? He got me right to where it was like realistic and close as fuck, and then he fucked it up. So I got nothing but smoke for him right now. So that's really where I'm at with it, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm Big Dose. I'm sending it to you right now. Give me a second, man. I'm sending it to you right now. Let me send him this email real quick. I had him in here already. I don't know why it wasn't popping up.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I got you. I just shot it to you right now, Big Dose. But you know, hey,
Box Talk in the building. What up, Box Talk?
what's happening with it,
bro?
Box Talk? What's happening with it? And my man James Kelly in that super chat, man, coming through. I appreciate you. He said, ETB, I appreciate you and your channel. I believe it's not Bud, but the behind the scenes. I mean, you know, you can have your opinion. I disagree. To me, it's Bud. I think that we pointed out all of the facts surrounding, showing that it ain't nobody but Bud. You know, shit, that man even said he was doing the negotiations himself. Like he was at the table. He was the one that was saying go and no. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was all on Bud. It was all on Bud. And then, right, I'm glad I screenshot this comment. That way I don't have to go back and find it, right? But salute to my man James Kelly. Where I don't got to go back and find this shit. Look, Ed, you familiar with YSM Media, right?
Hell yeah, he do damn good work. If I need any information on some Philly fighters and shit, I'm there, bro. Like he got all the interviews and shit. So yeah, I know what you're talking about for sure. Shout out to him and the great work he do, bro.
So right, and he know what be going on, bro. He says, first they offered Crawford a guarantee of $5 million, right? But at the time he said he wasn't gonna take less than $22 million. And remember, those reports were coming out. I was actually being told those reports from somebody that was very close to the situation, right? At the time, I had even reported on it. I didn't know nothing about the $5 million, but I knew about the $22 million. So they said the first offer, these were flat fees, right? These are flat fees. The first offer was $5 million. right? He wanted 22 mil. He said, nah, y'all got to come with 22 mil if you give me a flat fee. Hold on. And that's it, right? 22 mil. Then it says they offered him 8.5 mil. Remember, that was reported also. They offered him 8.5 mil, right? And he told him no, right? He went down to 15 mil. He told him, nah, y'all got to give me 15, right? Then they got to 10 mil, and Crawford said no, right? He wanted 15. They said 10, and he said no to that. And so they couldn't come to no motherfucking agreement. So they said, okay, right, we giving you all these motherfucking guaranteed, right, purses because you want a guaranteed purse. Everything we give you, you want more. So you know what we'll do is everybody gonna bet on themselves. Not just you, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence. They brought the news to Errol Spence. They said, this is what we gonna do. Now one of y'all gonna get a guarantee. Y'all gonna get a percentage of the whole revenue. The whole, whatever the fight gross, you gonna get the percentage of that. Y'all gonna split the percentage of that. Errol said he was cool with it. Terence Crawford, he had a fucking million questions. I need to see this. I need to see that. How do I know I'm gonna get this? How do I know this? And how I know that? Well, I don't trust my lawyer, so I want to come talk to you. He go talk to him. Well, I need to see this and I need to see that. Okay, cool. They agreed to let him see everything. Open up the books. We're going to give you all the transparency that you want. But you know what? If y'all heard me tell that story about, say, if I'm selling some shoes that I really don't want to sell, and I keep moving the price, well, they called Terence Crawford's bluff, and he kept coming with excuse after excuse, so he ain't have to take the fight. It's motherfucking plain and simple as that. And now everybody talking about, oh, well, man, it's going to happen in 2023. It's going to happen. It sounds good. You can't make that nigga get in the ring and fight him. He don't want to fight. He ain't saying it's going to happen in 2023. He ain't even saying he wants to fight in 2023. So like I said, man, that shit sound good. But do I believe it? No. Big Dope.
James Kelly. James Kelly dropped you another super chat and changed
he did.
mind,
Okay,
bro.
let me find it. Let me get this super chat. Now I'm gonna go to Big Dose. Let him cook, and then we're gonna move on to Tank. My man James Kelly says maybe I am in denial. Hey man, you know what? You know we all been in denial when it comes to certain things. Knockout, but did I say not my bad knockout? Man, I didn't mean to do that. I mean I'm fucking with knockout with the Tank shit.
Yeah, I knew you. I was like, this
Kelly.
nigga just threw a shot on the Tank shit, bro.
Nah.
His name is James. James don't even sound like knockout, bro. I feel offended.
Oh man.
Yeah, damn.
Hey man, but nah, we all been in denial with shit. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. I was in denial with when y'all was on Roy Jones helmet. Y'all seen, man, I stay out of that shit, bro. I wasn't gonna get on Roy Jones helmet. That's my guy. But Big Dose, what's happening with you?
What's up with your family? How you doing, man?
Oh man, you know, same shit, just a different day.
Yeah, I heard that, bro. We all try to live, survive, get by, man. Take care of these kids, you know what I'm saying? Keep the wife happy and, you know, live a good life. That's all. See a few good fights or two, you know what I'm saying? If that ain't too much to ask, but it seems like it is, though. You know, but with Bud, though, man, I think we ain't gonna get this fight. I think we ain't gonna get this fight for the simple fact you can see the jealousy for Spence exuding from Bud's pores, man. I see little faces of Spence coming out his pores, nigga. The nigga so jealous of Spence, man. And because he's so jealous of Spence, and he know that when they fight, it's not no automatic win for him. Matter of fact, it's a good chance he gonna lose. Because he never faced no fighter like Spence. Point blank, period. If him and Spence was to fight, Spence would be the best competition he ever had. Hands down. So with him knowing that it's a good chance that he could lose the fight, And you think about it, he's so jealous of Spence and where he at right now. Think of how he'll feel if he loses the fight and Spence's notoriety and his fame shoots up through the roof off of beating his ass. And then go hang yourself or something. That's how I feel, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel this fight ain't gonna happen, bro. The man contradicts himself. Don't care that he contradicted himself, because he got to know what he said to Andre Ward. Like knockout, like the brother knockout boxing said, he said being undisputed at 147 is what drives him. But now that the fight is a possibility, now he don't care about being undisputed at 147. It really don't matter because he don't felt it before. Well, whole nigga, what about what Clarissa Shield is doing? She been undisputed too. It wasn't 3 weight classes now. Some shit that ain't never been done. He happy going to the Hall of Fame, but he ain't happy with being known as the greatest boxer that ever did it though. I think that's what all the greats aspire to be seen as one of the greatest that ever laced them up. Not just, hey, he was a Hall of Fame boxer. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he was one of the greatest to ever do it. Bud ain't aspiring to be that, man. And he's showing everybody. And that's why I would not support this fight, man. I love my brother Blue, man. I do, man. I love him. If anything, I'll just shoot him the $40. But I ain't buying this goddamn fight. I'm not rewarding this guy for being no fucking duck. So people want like your brother YSM was saying last night, and I fuck with YSM. Matter of fact, I did an outro for YSM that he got on a couple of his videos. So I fuck with YSM, man. But he was saying like we all should just buy it and support it, you know, to help promote, push the other fight along. But Bud really trying to use Spence's name to promote this fight. And he want people to reward him for ducking Spence. No, I'm not going to do that, bro. I'm not going to do that. Let your fans support you. The ones that's been supporting you or not supporting you, just talking shit, but ain't coming out their pocket. Because I done bought most of his pay-per-view fights. I didn't buy the older ones because I really, I wasn't really up on Bud like that then. I knew about him, but I wasn't up on him. But like with Porter, I bought that. You know what I'm saying? I bought all Spence's pay-per-view, all Wilder's pay-per-views. You know, and I support people, man, when they want to try to give me the best, man. But if you ain't trying to give me the best, I can't go, man. I can't go, and I hope my brother Blue don't take that as a slight against.
Man, I'm gonna say this, man. I think that's just certain channels and certain motherfuckers that want to stir up shit that's trying to make it about Blue, bro. This ain't about Blue.
Yeah.
Like Blue is gonna do what he do regardless of that pay-per-view selling or not.
He's supposed
you know
to
what I'm
do
saying?
it
Ain't about Blue.
Right. Blue's supposed to get his money, man. He did what he's
gonna get it. Like I'm saying, he you know what I'm saying? Like Blue ain't invested into goddamn Terence Crawford and shit. He ain't putting his money up. Let's just keep it 100. He ain't putting his money up for this goddamn fight. Blue gonna get his regardless. So I think that a lot of people trying to make it like it's like, oh well, it's about Blue. It ain't about Blue.
It ain't.
You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is the model don't change. If you want to see the best fight the best and you're going to pay for the best fighting the best, the model does not change if blue, red, green, or whoever is involved. The model stay the same, bro. You're not finna change me on what I want to see and what I'm going to pay for. Because Blue, if he wasn't involved with this shit, he wouldn't pay to see this shit. Let's just keep it 100. I'm going to keep it raw.
And he'll be on his helmet. He'll be on
his motherfucking helmet. Making a million videos about that shit. So let's just keep it real. I'm going to say what other motherfuckers don't say. Let's just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And I rock with Blue the long way, but I'm just keeping it 100.
Yeah, man. I feel like, Black Planet, they gave Bud a way out, man, because Bud didn't have nowhere to go, man. And they gave him a way out, a way to duck Spence, man, and try to make it look respectable by the amount of money that he got. But it still ain't respectable, bro. Who you fighting is not respectable, man, for your level, man. You just hopped over many people, bro, to get to him. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Why
but
would people support that bull crap, man? I can't do it.
and you know, shit, like I said, man, if people can continue to support Blue, he got a cash app up there.
Right.
He got a super chat. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just like it shit, if there was Money Brown or Knockout Boxing TV, you know, shit, I'll tell them, hey, I don't want to see that fucking bullshit. I'm gonna continue to support y'all. I know what y'all cash app is, but I ain't buying that motherfucking pay-per-view.
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
Because that pay, you buying that pay-per-view, all you doing is supporting that bullshit that Bud Crawford is. And I'm not telling nobody to not buy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling everybody to each his own, do what you want to do, but I'm not supporting Bud Crawford fighting that goddamn David I've been sneezing. So I'm not buying that pay-per-view. You know, now with that being said, right, I would support the pay-per-view and I would buy the pay-per-view if Bud was already signed and sealed to fight Errol Spence next. Then I say, okay, you know, they just trying to promote it better, you know, but that ain't the case. This nigga doing interviews, shitting on Errol Spence, downing them. You know what I'm saying? Letting everybody know why the fight shouldn't happen. And you think I'm finna go buy that bullshit he finna, man, hell no. Hell no.
And he know his name tied to Errol Spence right now. Just look at what Kay Abdo did. She asked him a question about his legacy, and what did he do? Start talking about Errol Spence's legacy. She didn't ask you about Errol Spence, motherfucker. Why are you talking about Errol Spence? She asked you about your legacy, bitch. That's the type shit I'm
talking about. What he want to do is bring up EJ, man. Let me get to these super chats real quick, my man. He said, my man James back in the super chat, man. He says, I need to start my own channel. Your thoughts, man. I tell anybody, man, if this is something that you want to do, start it up, man. Yeah, start it up, man. You just got to be consistent with it. And sometimes, you know, we all grown, man. We got lives outside of this. A lot of us got kids. It's hard to be consistent. But, yeah, if that's what you want to do, man, start it up. Go for it, man, for sure. And then my man Sean Clark says, Bud out here talking like he ready to retire, rattling off his accolades in every interview and saying everything except for less fight. Real talk, Sean. That's all I'm saying, man, is he's not giving no type of, you know what I'm saying? He's not giving us anything saying that, yeah, okay, I'm going to make this fight happen next. At least I'm going to try to make the fight happen. Nah, ain't none of that shit going down. And it's like he want Errol Spence to fucking get on his hands and knees and beg and man, fuck all that. James Kelly says my man James back in that super chat. He says Crawford could beat Spence. I love them both because I love boxing. I don't have no problem with you thinking that. But see, my problem is that I've always said like it's a 50-50 fight that I favor Errol Spence. But now it ain't even that to me because, see, you got to show me that you believe in yourself. You dig what I'm saying? You have to show me that you believe in yourself in order for me to believe the hype. And now he's showing me that he don't believe in himself. You see what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford ain't the only fighter I've said this about. Once you start showing me that you believe in yourself when it comes to certain fights or fighters, I can't believe in you like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I had it a, 45, 55 type fight, it ain't that to me no more. It's further out now. And my man James Kelly back again. He says, I need to come on. Yeah, man. I need to get your email. Like I said, just hit, if you got an Instagram, just hit me in my inbox on Instagram and drop me your goddamn email. You drop me your email because I know a lot of people don't like to drop their email in the chat. And salute to you, James, man. I appreciate you. And Nick J, what's happening with it? What's happening with it, Nick J? Oh shit. It Ultra Man says, just drop by to say what's up, hit the like button. I appreciate you. And yeah, y'all get the likes up. Y'all smash on the like button. Y'all smash on the like button because we finna talk about this Tank Davis situation. You know, my man Knockout, he itching to talk about this. He itching to talk about it. And I'm itching to talk about it too. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing we don't do over here, one thing I ain't no hater. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no hater. I only hate the only fighters that I don't like, that I've got a genuine dislike for, is motherfucking Dillian White and goddamn big baby Jarrell Miller. And I don't like Gennady Golovkin neither. Yeah, probably. I'm and Jaime Munguia. I'm gonna put his ass in there too. I don't like that motherfucker neither. But other than that, yeah, I don't hate no fighters. I don't even dislike no fighters. I dislike shit that they do at certain times. But my man James Kelly says, I love BBNYNJ. Great with his skill set. I believe I am hanging on to Bud as long as I can. You're gonna have to help me with that BBNYNJ. What the hell? What is that?
Blue blood, New York and New Jersey.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yes. And shout out to Blue Blood, you know what I'm saying? Put a lot of work in, grinding. Let me see. My man Christopher Schaefer, what's happening with it? He says, salute, family. Dude out here throwing temper tantrums like a little kid. When you gotta let people know your greatness, then it's not the people you trying to convince, it's yourself. Right. Because, and you know why, Chris? Is because that nigga know his resume is weak as fuck. He know his resume is weak as fuck. That's why he always gotta be, well, I'm a Hall of Fame fighter. Who else do that shit? Who else always talking about their Hall of Fame fighter? I hate to say it, Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner do the same shit all the time. Yeah, every time somebody say some shit, he gotta let everybody. I'm a Hall of Fame fighter. I'm a 4 division world champion. Cause he know his shit ain't tough. Like he got a good resume. I ain't gonna. AB got that resume, but he know he wasn't winning them fights, and he didn't live up to the hype that a lot of people expected him to, and that's just what it is. So like my man said, you convincing yourself, because if you all that, you don't need to say it. People gonna say it for you. People gonna say that shit for you. You ain't never heard. And I know people been getting on Andre Ward helmet lately, but you ain't never heard Andre Ward talk about how he a Hall of Fame fighter. You ain't never heard Roy Jones talk about how he a Hall of Fame fighter. Shit, you ain't never even heard Floyd talk about how he a Hall of Fame fighter. Because they know what it is. They don't need to tell you.
And when Floyd do flex, bro. When Floyd do flex on somebody, he say shit that got status to it. Like, nigga, I beat 26 world champions. Nigga, I beat more Hall of Famers than you. Oh, y'all talking about Manny Pacquiao? Yeah, I beat his ass too. Like, he ain't just saying that shit and then be like, yeah, all right, cool. You got all that shit. Who you beat? Yeah, nigga, I'm Hall of Famer, my best win, nigga, in Dungo, nigga. I got in Dungo on your ass. Like, bro, he ain't like, at least when they talk, they got some substance to it, bro. This nigga talking and he ain't even standing on what he's saying, bro. Like, you realize, bro, if you go in there and you beat the shit out of Errol Spence, you ain't got to say shit, bro. You ain't got to do no interview. You ain't got to do no post-fight press conference. You could literally knock that nigga out, walk out the ring, go home, and everybody gonna talk your shit for you, bro. You ain't got to say nothing.
Exactly. Like, that nigga dropped the mic and walked. Like, come on now. We know what it is, Knockout. But y'all hit the like button. Get the likes up. Smash on the like button. It don't cost nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't even take you no time. You motherfucker, you ain't gonna break your finger. Your finger's still gonna be straight. You hit the like button. Smash on the like button, y'all. 88 Sports Talk, what's happening with it? I see you. Zenith, what's happening with it? Now, let's talk about this Tank Davis shit. Zenith, we here for this.
Hey, before you move on, I want to say one last thing. Because you were saying how the fight with Bud and Spence is like 55, or you don't see it that way. I never saw it that way. Because Spence got something that Bud don't got. And that's an excellent coach. People want to say Bo Mack is all this and all that, but you look at his resume. Everybody he don't train except for Bud and got their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? And then you go in the corner, watch him in the corner. This Bo Mack's instruction in the corner. Hey, yeah, you doing good, man. Just keep doing what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Just keep doing what you doing. Maybe step it up a little bit. And this James in the corner, man. Hit him with the left, hook, then step around him and hit him in the ribs with the right hook, then throw the left, but throw it to his chest. Direct instructions. You know what I'm saying? Versus, oh yeah, you doing good, man. Just keep doing what you doing.
Yeah,
That
but
ain't no instructions in the corner, man.
and
Them coaches is gonna be a big factor in that. Would have been a big factor in that.
yeah, I agree. I agree with that. You know, I agree with that. And we got to see that more and more as we saw, you know, and start focusing on Bo Mac fat ass, right? Because a lot of that shit before we was just looking at, oh well, man, he's a great coach because he coached Terence to be what he is today. But sometimes you just have great talents. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have great talents like I've trained and coached fighters before. You know what I'm saying? And some fighters, you know what I'm saying? Some of the kids and some of the like they just on a different level, bro. And you know, they pick up things very, very fast because they just naturally God-gifted, talented like that. And other fighters, they not like that. And you got to work with them more and spend more hours with them. So it matters. And so once we started really focusing on Bo Mack, we seen that he wasn't a good trainer. That's why motherfucking Terence Crawford got 10 other trainers around him and shit. You know what I'm saying? Bo Mack, all he do is run his motherfucking mouth. He might come up with a game plan, but as far as coaching, nah, he don't, you know what I'm saying? He's not that, bro. And when we seen that, the corner instructions he gives is garbage. But I don't really think he's ever had to do that for Bud. You dig what I'm saying? Because Bud ain't never fought the opponent like that. He ain't never been in no dog fight to where he had to give him those instructions like that. And the closest was Sean Porter. But all he told him in the Sean Porter fight was, hey, you know what I'm saying? You got to pick it up. You losing. You down on this fight. And that's all he told Bud. And Bud was like, oh, for real? What? And he went out there and turned it up himself. So he ain't never been in the fight to where he was in there with somebody where it was a real dog fight and it was coming down to the wire.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Keon. Bo Mack got lucky with Bud. He got a special talent.
Yeah.
With Bud. That's why Bud is successful. It ain't really Bo Mack. It might be them other coaches too. But it ain't really Bo Mack, in my opinion. He just got lucky, man. Mm-hmm. But that, you know, you said you wanted to move on to Tank. I just wanted to throw that in there, man. Some food to think about.
Yeah, for sure. And my man, James Kelly says Floyd is the man. He says, and back in that super chat, man, I appreciate you, James, for coming through supporting the channel, man. He says Floyd is the man. It is behind the scenes. This type of fight is like the greatest fight from the 90s, 80s, 70s. Trouble in the camp. Yeah, man, it's the fight we all wanted to see, man. This was going to be our, Sugar Ray Marvin Hagler. This was going to be our Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray type shit. Nick J said, we about to see what the coaching really looked like with old Keyshawn. It's a lot of smoke at 135, so we going to see. Man, Keyshawn, he can fight, but that nigga be getting home. I don't know, man. I understand. I think that if Keyshawn is going to be good like they say he is, he going to be a superstar because he know how to get under motherfucking skin and he know how to rub people the wrong way and he run his mouth a lot. That nigga run his mouth a lot. And my man James Kelly back again. He says, ETP, you prove my point. Bo Mack is behind the scenes with the rest of the camp. Bo Mack used to get KO'd. We all know that. That motherfucker, man. Shit. His big ass. What he had a horrible record. That nigga, all his L's was knockouts. That motherfucker got knocked out and lost more than he had wins. The real Marlo, what's happening with it, Marlo? What it do with it, Marlo, man? Marlo, that nigga be on Terence Crawford helmet. That nigga Marlo, man, that nigga funny, bro. If you watch Marlo video and don't get to cracking up laughing, you ain't got no type of sense of humor.
Bro, he gotta be the funniest nigga on YouTube. Shout out
Bro,
to Real
that nigga
Marlo
Marlo
TV, bro.
funny as hell, bro.
That nigga be having me dying, bro.
I
He be having me
get to
dying,
laughing.
dog. Everybody go sub up to Marlo if you haven't, bro. That man go hard,
man.
bro.
I get to laughing as soon as I click on this shit, I get to laughing because I already know that nigga coming with some crazy. Hey, I already know that nigga Marlo finna have me weak. And what's up with it, A1? What it do? Yeah, sub to G5 Gabe. Sub to A1 Hoops on. Yes, sir. Yeah, let's get G5 Gabe to 1K. Yes, sir.
No,
man,
we gotta help my brother. We gotta help my brother Marlo with motherfucking the word caramel though. Cause that nigga couldn't say caramel in his video. That nigga
Carmel.
Like, I'm sipping on my hold on, let me take a sip of this caramel frappe real quick. Hey, and then he proceeded to roast the shit out of Bud Crawford. But that nigga, hey, that's a funny ass dude talking some real
it's
shit,
been a
man.
couple
Y'all go
words
holler at
where I
Marlo,
couldn't
man.
say. I had to catch. The last couple of lines, I had to catch myself a couple of times. I couldn't say a couple of words. Like, goddamn, I ain't getting that word out today. We gonna have to skip that. But man, y'all hit the like button. Y'all smash the like, and we finna talk about my man. Knockout man, Tank Davis. We ain't gonna go that far to say that's my man yet, because once he make these fights, right? Get in the ring, make them happen, win, lose, or draw, right? Then, so I'm gonna hold off until then. But some bigger news was announced today, Knockout. You know what I'm saying? Today and yesterday. So we just gonna talk about them both. So yesterday, some news was announced that Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is agreed upon. You had Oscar De La Hoya come out and announce it. You had Ryan Garcia announce it. You had Gervonta Tank Davis announce it. You had everybody announce that shit. You know what I'm saying?
PBC put it on their official shit, and so did Showtime too.
Yep. PBC, they put it on their official page. Showtime put it on their official page. Everybody you can think of announced that the fight between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is agreed to. But it ain't all the way done yet, right? Because there's always a but in boxing, right? It ain't all the way done yet. Both fighters still got to sign the contracts. That's what was said. Both fighters still got to sign the contracts. That's why my title reads Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Will it really happen? And I'm asking, will it really happen? Or is this just like some Errol Spence, Terence Crawford shit? Because a lot of similarities, right? You both got, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a problem with, it's some similarities. Because Terence Crawford, he could have got that shit done. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no different sides of the streets going on. But see, this fight right here, if this get made, this is a fight that was 50 times more difficult and more complicated to make than Terence Crawford and Errol Spence. You feel me? So if this get made, why the fuck didn't Terence Crawford and Errol Spence get made? Oh yeah, we know. Because Bud didn't want it, but that's a whole different story. You feel what I'm saying? But this fight right here, they had to jump through a lot of hoops, a lot of different obstacles to get this fight made, or even to get this far. They agreeing that they both gonna fight. Tank Davis got a fight coming up on January 7th. I expect Ryan Garcia to take a fight in between, and then they talking about April, probably gonna push it out to May or June. We know how boxing do, right? But it ain't all the way signed, sealed, and delivered yet. It's agreed upon. The terms have been agreed upon. That's kind of scary to me, right? But the only good thing is that the difference between Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, well, one of the differences is you had the PBC announce it. You also had both fighters announce it. You had Golden Boy announce it. So the networks and the promoters are announcing it. So that's a plus. That's a plus. But ain't nothing done until it's done. So if you ask me, is the fight going down? I'll believe it. I will believe it once Tank Davis fights and gets past his next opponent. Once Ryan Garcia, if he fights, once he gets past his next opponent, and then they announce a date and a venue. That's when I believe the fight is going down. When they announce a date and a venue. Other than that, I don't believe it. Now, another announcement that was made, which has a date and a venue. Gervonta Tank Davis will be fighting on January 7th, and he'll be fighting Hector Garcia. For those who don't know who Hector Garcia is the dude that beat the motherfucking blue and pink out of Chris Colbert's head. He beat the dog shit out of Chris Colbert. What, he beat him like 12 rounds to 10-0, 12-0?
Chris Colbert ain't went around, and Chris Colbert got to the point to where Hector Luis Garcia was about to knock his motherfucking ass out. And then he started running the whole goddamn fight with no motherfucking heart.
Chris Colbert didn't win not one round in that fight. So Hector Garcia is a tough-ass fight for anybody. So what we got to do now, you know what I'm saying? We got to give Tank his props for finally taking, to me, this is the toughest fight of his career. To me. You know what I'm saying? Hector Garcia can fight. He's an Olympian. He don't have a lot of fights, but he's proven and showed that he can fight. Also, another reason why we got to give Gervonta Davis his props for this fight is because who else was he going to fight? You feel me? To me, if he wasn't fighting Ryan Garcia next, if you look at the landscape, right? Because I know a lot of people was talking about Gary Antoine Russell. And Gary Antoine Russell, he spoke on the fight before all this was announced. And he said, yeah, he'll move down to 135 for Tank. But he also said that he wants a warm-up fight next, and then he wants a big-ass fight. He also said that when he fight Tank to move down to 135, the business got to be right. So he letting them know right off the rip, y'all ain't gonna fucking have me move down to 135 and fuck me on my bread. The business got to be right. And I feel him, right? Because we know if they would have offered Gary Antoine Russell, it would have been some snaky shit behind that. It would have been a whole lot of snake shit behind that. They would have tried to make him fight Tank Davis for free, goddamn near. So Gary Russell wouldn't have it. So those rumors were not true. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't never in the conversation to face Tank. Now, and like I said, he's a 140-pound fighter. So with that being said, at 135, if you look at the landscape and who was available, Tank Davis took the toughest fight. He did. Tank took the toughest fight, and I like this fight. And also, right, even though he's still been deleting shit, I like how Tank has been moving, right? His energy been a little bit different. And I like it because I know this shit like that. I look at your energy. And Tank he been saying, look, man, motherfuckers don't respect me. I'm going to come take my motherfucking respect. I'm going to show everybody and I'm going to take my respect, you know what I'm saying, from here on out. So, to me, he's starting off with a bang. He's starting off good, right? Because we can't talk about him fighting Devin Haney because Devin Haney wasn't available. We can't talk about him fighting Vasil Lomachenko because he wasn't available. We can't talk about him fighting Shakur Stevenson, because we know in all actuality they wasn't coming together to make that fight right now. You know what I'm saying? Neither side was gonna come together and make that fight. Is Shakur gonna turn down the smoke? Hell no. We can't talk about him fighting, a Frank Martin. Frank Martin wasn't available. So, and I think that Hector Garcia is more proven than Frank Martin anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I fuck with Frank Martin, but I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Well, they both, I don't know. I ain't gonna say that. They both tough ass fights. But I'm just saying this. He took the toughest fight. And that's something that we haven't seen from Gervonta Tank Davis throughout his career. But he told us, you know what I'm saying, he was going to move different. So, with me, you can say a million motherfucking things. I want you to show it. You dig what I'm saying? I want you to show it. Show me that you're going to move different. And from here, he's showing that. So, salute the Tank for taking Hector Garcia. Because he could have fought another fight with Isaac Cruz. That would have been some bullshit to me. Because we already seen you beat him with one hand. Hector Cruz is a much tougher fight. And he ain't just going to walk through Hector Cruz easily. Now, you might stop him because Hector Cruz will be there to get hit. You know what I'm saying? But he going to punch back. So I think this is going to be I'm looking forward to seeing this fight. It's a solid-ass fight for Tank. Even though a lot of people don't know who Hector Garcia is, he a tough-ass opponent. Toughest opponent Tank Davis has fought since, I would say, man, I'm going to keep it in 100.
Pedraza.
This is the toughest opponent he didn't fought in his whole career. I'm saying that shit straight out. Hector Garcia is the toughest opponent that Gervonta Davis has fought in his whole career. By far. Like, Barrios was cool, but Barrios, let's just keep it real. He was weight drained. He killed himself to make that weight. Barrios, we had seen Barrios get beat up before that by a guy that only had 7 fights. So, yeah, Hector Garcia is the toughest opponent that Tank has fought his whole career. And I really believe that. Now, I still got Tank knocking him out, but this is I can't take nothing away from Tank for this fight. Real talk, and I'm gonna give it to knockout. But let me read this super chat. My man James Kelly says Tank can fight more than people think. I don't think it's the issue that people don't think that Tank can fight. It's that people looking at the opponents that he's been fighting and people not impressed with that bullshit. But like I said, okay, you said you sent the email in the regular chat, James Kelly. Okay, I got you. Let me see. If anybody can help me find it, I'm going to look for his email while I let Knockout cook. I'm going to look for that email in the chat and Knockout going to cook.
Man, look, bro. Like, everything you said is spot on. And I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? I wake up, I see all these announcements. I'm thinking, all right, bro. People that was criticizing Tank Davis, they going to give him his respect now. Because objectively, Hector Luis Garcia is a good fight. Ryan Garcia is somebody that a lot of y'all wanted y'all favorite fighter to fight. A lot of people wanted Ryan Garcia to fight their favorite fighter. But now I still see people hating on this fight like these fights are trash, bro. People literally running around here like Hector Luis Garcia is trash. Tank is using a champion who's undefeated, who's a former Olympian, who's come, and that's the thing about him fighting both Hector Luis Garcia and Ryan that people are underrating. Hector Luis Garcia is coming off 2 of the best performances of his career. He beat the shit out of Chris Colbert. Then after he beat the shit out of Chris Colbert, he went in there and thoroughly outboxed Roger Gutierrez for the Super WBA championship at 130 pounds. Tank using him as a motherfucking tune-up, assuming he can get by him. To go into a Ryan Garcia fight that a lot of people told me was dangerous. A lot of people told me that Ryan Garcia got the best hand speed. He got the best power. He like 5-6 inches taller than Tank Davis. He got a reach advantage on Tank Davis. And it's literally people trying to act like these are trash fights, bro. Like he ain't stepping on shit. Like he ain't really changed his attitude. Everything that we asked of him, he now trying to do. And if you notice, he announced the shit himself. You don't see these tweets on Mayweather Promotions official Twitter and on their page. All you see is Leonard Ellerbe giving the fighters credit on his personal Twitter page and then retweeting some shit that Steven Espinoza said. This man went and did everything that he was supposed to do in this situation, and people still trying to go at him, bro. People still trying to go at him. And thank Father, the difference is Tank is taking the tune-up while his other fight is already done. Bud is taking this quote-unquote tune-up, and he ain't got shit going on behind it.
Let me say so that is Hector Garcia ain't no motherfucking tune-up. So let's just cut that shit out.
No, I'm saying to him,
no
that's what he's doing, some Errol Spence type shit, bro. Like, it's not a tune-up in competition level, but he's literally trying to use, and I don't know if it's gonna be successful because the fight gotta happen. He literally trying to use this man as a tune-up leading into a Ryan Garcia fight. He literally trying to fight this dude in January, maybe take a week off, have another camp, and fight Ryan in April, bro. He trying to use this dude as a tune-up, and people trying to find a way to shit on it, bro. Like it's not a good fight. These are really good fights. These are two big-time fights. Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia is the biggest fight from 140 down, bro. It's the biggest fight. It's gonna have the most eyes on it. It's gonna generate the most money. And Ryan Garcia is a viable opponent for him. Now, I don't think Ryan on his level. I think Tank gonna do what he do with him. But at the end of the day, Ryan is still a viable name in a very big fight for him. He was good for everybody else. I don't understand. Now all of a sudden, Ryan ain't a big fight. He ain't good. But when he was Devin Haney mandatory, everybody wanted Devin to fight him, bro. Everybody was pushing, yo, Ryan, why ain't you fighting Devin? Why ain't you fighting Devin? But now that he might be fighting Tank, now Ryan versus Tank is trash, bro. You dudes don't be making sense to me, man. Y'all don't be making no sense to me, bro. All of it, like, let's do this. Let's all do this. Let's give Tank his credit. Let's see if he can win these fights, because there ain't no guarantee he gonna win them. And then move on from there. But if you hating on this, bro, then ain't nothing he gonna be able to do. Ain't nothing he gonna be able to do, bro. If you still find a way to hate on Hector Luis Garcia in January, then Ryan Garcia in April, then bro, you just hate Tank and you just pushing some other shit. You literally like, oh, let me hate on Tank to big up this other fighter. And Nick J, I see what you're saying, but that don't make no sense. The point is, it was a good fight for Devin. How's like if Devin is everything that people say that he is, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree, how can a fighter be a good fight for him but a bad fight for Tank? That shit don't make no sense to me, bro. If Shakur was fighting Ryan, we'd be like, yeah, that's a great fight. If motherfucking Devin was fighting Ryan, if Devin walked through Lomachenko and then Devin fights Ryan Garcia, everyone would say it's a big fight and it's a damn good fight for Devin, and we would all be in agreement. It only seems like that since Tank Davis is fighting him, now it's a trash fight. Now it's garbage. Now all of a sudden Ryan ain't shit. I don't like that, bro. Because if it was anybody else getting this fight, if Loma was fighting Ryan, we'd even give Loma credit, bro. We'd be like, damn, Loma taking on Ryan. He always taking the tough fights. Big, tall, strong dude with a bunch of power. He taking the tough fights. But we still find a way like Tank, like that ain't shit, bro. Look, it's a great fight. This man finally took control of his career. And you can see now that he got control of it, look like he want the smoke. And I see the same thing he's seeing. I'm seeing the shit. Oh, I'm banging and wilding for my respect. Oh, you don't want to give me my respect? I'm going to take that shit. Smoke for all. So everybody just stay where you at. Stay right where you at. And then when it come around, I'm pretty sure you're going to get exactly what you want. The man still in his prime, coming into his prime. I think they should have caught him way back when he wasn't focused. Because now that he focused and he doing these camps like this and trying to stay active like this, is going to be a problem, bro. But it's a damn good fight, both of them. Both of them is great fights that nobody should complain about. And like Keon said, they the best possible opponents, bro. Like, if you look at the landscape, Devin is fighting Lomachenko. I don't care what y'all tell me, bro. Quit with the shit about Devin. Like, Devin is only fighting Loma because Tank is ducking him to fight Ryan. Stop the bullshit, bro. Bob Arum been told us that he's making the Loma and Devin fight before Devin and Kambosos fought the second time. Then he literally had the interviewers asking Devin Haney about Lomachenko before the second Kambosos fight. Lomachenko literally got in the ring with Devin after the second Kambosos fight. Like I'm not making shit up. They literally are building that fight. because that is the fight that Bob Arum and Top Rank are trying to make Loma versus Devin. And so Tank, looking at the landscape, you know he can't fight Gary Russell Jr. because he injured. Michelle Rivera and Frank Martin are fighting each other. Motherfucker me, he don't want to go up to 140. He fighting at 135. So he looks at the landscape. He don't pull a prospect. He don't pull some dudes you never heard of. He literally is taking the guy at 130 that just beat Chris Colbert ass and beat Roger Gutierrez and saying, yeah, I'm going to fight you in January. I know you a tough opponent, a former Olympian, undefeated, world champion, but I'm going to fight you in January, get through your ass, then I'm going to move on to Ryan Garcia. That's literally what he doing, bro. And you got people that don't want to give him credit.
I got you, Coach. I want to say this though,
Stop,
right?
bro.
Because this shit's starting to I want to say this, right? And me send this to Coach real quick. I want to say this, right? Because this shit's starting to get under my skin because, right, we know that the shit that Ryan Garcia has said, right? He done pulled out a couple fights, but motherfuckers need to stop acting like Ryan Garcia is trash. And you know I've been on this shit for a minute, Knockout, because I didn't argue with you about this shit.
100,
right?
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia is not fucking trash, right? How can anybody sit here and say that Ryan Garcia is trash? What has he done inside the ring to show you that he's trash? The nigga, like, he did knocked out everybody he been in the ring with, right? Okay, he got flashing out. He got caught by Luke Campbell one time, and it was a flash knockdown. He got right back up, and he went straight after Luke Campbell and ended up stopping it, right? Everybody he been in the ring with, he knocked their fucking helmet off. The only time that you seen Ryan Garcia, right, have some problems in the ring, and it wasn't even problems because he still won every round in that fight, was against Emmanuel Tagoe, but that was coming off of over a year layoff, a hand surgery, and Tagoe was trying to survive. He was running the whole fight just trying to survive when he promised everybody that he was going to take it to Ryan Garcia. And he was going to stop Ryan Garcia. He got in there and felt Ryan's power, and he was running the whole fight. That's a fact. So what have we seen in the ring to say that, oh, man, he's trash? All of them niggas got flaws. Devin Haney got flaws. You know what I'm saying? He loops his punches and throw wide punches. Ryan Garcia got flaws. He keep his chin in the air. You know what I'm
know that.
But Nick J, Ryan is not the equivalent of no Rolly. Like Ryan is on a whole different level than Rolly.
Ryan is a multiple-time national Gold Glove champion. He beat Fonseca way worse than Tank Davis beat Fonseca. He beat Luke Campbell way worse than motherfucking Lomachenko beat Luke Campbell. Now all of a sudden it's a big fight. Like, bro, like this the shit that be getting me, bro. Like, cause I follow everybody, bro, and I know what people were saying, and I know what I was pushing to. You cannot tell me that Devin Haney is the man, Devin Haney is the shit, and was pushing for Devin Haney to fight motherfucking Ryan Garcia, and that it was a big fight, and it was a fight that Ryan should have took. But then when Tank Davis get the Ryan Garcia fight, now all of a sudden that fight ain't shit. You can't do that shit, bro. Like that shit is so disingenuous, bro. It's so much cap in it, dog.
And so my thing is like, right,
it's
like
so much cap in that shit.
This
bro.
is my thing, right?
Let me go out.
Devin Haney, a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter, right? He has flaws too. You know what I'm saying? All of them got flaws. So you see one or two flaws in motherfucking Ryan Garcia, and now all of a sudden he trash. But he knocking out everybody he be in the ring with. Other guys that other fighters have problems with, Ryan Garcia running through them like wet tissue paper. But he trash? Like, he ain't that. Like, I think that people just get off and run with a narrative, you know what I'm saying? Because the group of motherfuckers say, oh, he's trash, he ain't shit. Then everybody run with it. He's not trash. The motherfucker can fight. He was a real good amateur. And he turning out and showing everybody that he's a problem in the professional ranks. You have to prove to me that he's trash. Ain't nobody been able to prove that he's trash. Because somebody has flaws don't mean that they trash. And he's getting better and better. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about kids that's 24 years old, 23 and 24. They're steady improving. Ain't nothing trash about Ryan Garcia. And we seen in his last fight, the flaws that he had, he been working on them. And he has a very good trainer that's real militant and don't take no shit. I think one of the things with Ryan Garcia is when he was over there with motherfucking Eddie Reynoso and Canelo and them, I think the focus was too much on Canelo. You know what I'm saying? It was too much on Canelo, and he got off of his game. Where he at now, all of the focus is on Ryan Garcia. I just heard Joe Goosen talk about Ryan Garcia, and he said, look, and Joe Goosen is a straight shooter, right? Joe Goosen ain't gonna fucking say this shit without really believing it. He says, look, I've trained a whole lot of fighters, tons of fighters. I've trained fighters from the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, up until now. And he says, Ryan Garcia is the most talented fighter I've ever trained. Now, Joe Goosen ain't just gonna say no shit like that just to be saying it. Like, that's heavy for somebody like Joe Goosen to say. He said Ryan Garcia is the most talented fighter I've ever trained. From the 70s, and if y'all know Joe Goosen's resume and the fighters that he's trained, hey, that's some heavy shit to say. He
trained Terry Norris.
And so all I'm saying is people want to run with a narrative, oh, Ryan Garcia trash, he trash, he trash. What's trash about it? What he show you in the ring that show you he's trash? Yeah, he got flaws. But you gonna tell me Devin don't got flaws? You gonna tell me Tank ain't got no flaws? You all these fighters got flaws. The thing is can you fix your flaws? And he's getting better and better. So if y'all think that Tank is just going to go in the ring and destroy him, y'all got another motherfucking thing coming. Because I'm gonna tell y'all this. Tank could go in the ring and destroy him. And if Tank go in the ring and destroy him, right, you got to give him his props. But I think the fight gonna go like this. Either Tank got to knock him out early on, catch him cold and knock him out early. If he don't do that, Tank got a motherfucking fight on his hands, right? If this fight get into the 5th, 6th, and 7th round, Tank got a motherfucking fight on his hands. So y'all can keep thinking that Ryan Garcia is some motherfucking trash if you want to. I'm telling y'all gonna get proved wrong.
Hey, how?
Do I really think that Ryan is on the level of Tank? And let me answer Nick J. Okay. She says, do I really think that Ryan is on the level of Tank, Devin, and Loma? Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia fought each other several times in the amateurs, right? Several times in the amateurs. If Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia get in the ring, I'm gonna tell you like this, Nick J. Devin Haney got a motherfucking problem on his hands because Ryan Garcia is dangerous. Devin Haney ain't gonna stuck with like Devin Haney is a great boxer, got all the skills in the world. He ain't finna walk through Ryan Garcia. Now he might be able to take it to the scorecards and win on a decision. You know, I probably would pick Ryan Garcia to win. My bad. I would pick Devin Haney to beat Ryan Garcia on the scorecards, win the decision. But in that fight, Ryan Garcia could very well knock his ass out too, because he's dangerous. Devin Haney is not just gonna go through Ryan Garcia and just pick him apart like he do Kambosos or somebody like that. And that I really do believe. As far as Lomachenko, do I think he on the level of Lomachenko? The level of Lomachenko now? Yeah. Lomachenko to me is fading. He's not in his prime no more. You know what I'm saying? Just like Knockout said, Lomachenko fought Luke Campbell. How'd that fight go? You know what I'm saying? He fought Luke Campbell. Yeah, he beat Luke Campbell, but Ryan Garcia knocked his ass out.
Loma stopped.
He stopped him late, like in the 12th round.
Yeah, Loma stopped him late. Ryan
and
Garcia,
Luke Campbell was much more competitive with the Loma fight.
Would he go 7 rounds with Ryan Garcia? Like this shit is crazy. Motherfuckers seen that Ryan Garcia got dropped one time, a flash knockdown, and they just ran with that shit, right? Lomachenko didn't got knocked down. I didn't see him get flash knocked down. We seen Andre Ward get a flash knockdown. Was they trash?
More More than one time.
Were they trash?
So what? Get dropped twice.
What
You know
it
what I'm
what it
saying?
is people can't separate Ryan's antics and his attitude from who he is as a fighter, bro. Like
That's
But it ain't
and
just
that's what
he
I was
gets on
saying
people.
earlier, right?
He gets on
We've
people's nerves
seen
and shit.
We've seen
Let me-
him say things, and we've seen him pull out of fights, and we've seen him do that. So automatically, that translates to them that he's trash. He ain't never showed nothing in the ring that he's trash.
Hey, can I
Who beat him up? Who done whooped him?
Can I get in here one time?
He beat. Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna let you cook. He beat Fortuna, right? Before that, Fortuna was a motherfucking solid. Fortuna was this and that. Fortuna was a tough fight for anybody, motherfucker was saying. Soon as Ryan fought him, what they do? Oh man, Fortuna was trash. They ain't the same Fortuna.
Key, and I know
Fortuna
we
ain't
want to let
shit.
Big Dose. I know we're gonna let Big Dose cook, but the reason that Fortuna was solid, see, bro, this is why y'all can't get this shit off on me. The reason that Fortuna was solid, and a lot of people were saying that, was because Fortuna had just fought JoJo and gave JoJo a tough fight, and JoJo was about to fight Devin. So let's make it look like Fortuna was this and Fortuna was that, because he about to fight Devin. But as soon as it come to anything with Ryan or Tank, or anything that could take any kind of shine away from Devin Haney, I don't know what it is, because I would sit up here and I would tell y'all, bro, Devin Haney is the truth. Devin Haney versus Lomachenko is a damn good fight, bro. Like, I'm looking forward to that shit. But then the shit don't come both ways, because then as soon as somebody like Tank get ready to shine, now all of a sudden, Fortuna was trash, Ryan trash, Hector Luis Garcia ain't shit. It's like, damn, bro, like give everybody their props where it's due. Like, why we gotta shit on one fighter all the time to try to uplift another fighter? This shit ain't got nothing to do with that. I literally heard it told to me today that fucking the only reason that Devin is fighting Lomachenko is because Tank Davis is ducking him. Like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about, bro? He's fighting Loma because Bob Arum been telling us for months that's the fight he gonna make, bro. It's just the narratives and the shit behind this shit, all to take credit away from one fighter and give it to another. That shit crazy, bro. It makes no sense whatsoever, dog.
Yeah, so
But
like,
you gotta understand.
can't nobody tell me what makes Ryan Garcia trash.
But not
What makes him not good? Because he's running through all these motherfucking. But check this out, right? And I'm gonna end it like this. Because Nick J, you know I support your channel. You know I watch you. And Nick J, great interview that she had. What was it last week? She had my man Frank Martin on there, right? Right now, they asked Frank Martin in the interview, right? He was asked, what was his toughest fight in his career? What was his toughest fight in his career? You know what he said? He said, Duno. Think I'm saying his name right. Knockout, you correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, he said Duno.
He said Duno,
the
right?
Filipino dude, yeah.
The Filipino guy Duno. Well, Ryan Garcia fought him too. What Ryan Garcia do to him? Anybody remember?
Slept his ass inside 5 rounds, beat his ass, bro. He stepped on
knocked him out in the
bro.
first or the second round. Ryan Garcia put him to sleep in 1 or 2 rounds. I think it was 1 round.
No, they ain't gonna be
if
open
I'm not mistaken.
tomorrow, though. They should be open.
He ain't gonna pass 1 round with Ryan Garcia. But this the same guy that everybody's saying is so trash.
But hey, my thing is,
Yeah.
Ryan. Hey, let's get this out the way first. Tank, in my opinion, is a bad motherfucker, bro. He a bad motherfucker. You can't take that away from him. Has he fought the fighters I wanted to see him fight? No. You know what I'm saying? With the exception of a few. You know, like Pedraza. You know what I'm saying? When he was coming up, that was a nice little step up for him, and he showed what he can do in that fight. I think people's frustration is they want to see Tank fight names like Devin Haney and Lomachenko. And then back in the day when Floyd used Lomachenko like a damn switch, like he told Tank to go get a switch out the tree, and the switch name was Lomachenko. That wasn't a good look on Tank's part, because it made Tank look like he was afraid of Lomachenko at that time. Not saying he is now, but at that time, he did. Because he was ready to leave. If y'all recall, he was ready to leave Floyd behind that statement. Okay. Now, is Ryan Garcia a credible fight for Tank? I say yes. I like Ryan Garcia. I like his guts. I think he fast. I like he got pop. You know what I'm saying? He just got a flaw that he leaves his chin up in the air. And in my opinion, that's tailor-made for Tank. Tank is gonna sleep him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I already know what's gonna happen in that fight, but I could be wrong because, like you said, if Tank don't do it early, he might have a problem on his hands because we done seen Tank has a problem with boxers. When he knocked old boy out at 140, he was down on the cards. You know what I'm saying? When he knocked old boy out and when he had the title at 130 and 135, he was down on the cards when he knocked him out. You see what I'm saying? So Tank got a problem with pure boxers. That's why people think that Devin Haney will beat Tank, because Devin Haney is not going to present his chin like Ryan Garcia is about to do. You know what I'm saying? But this, I feel like the fight that he about to have is a tough fight too. It's a credible fight too. You can't discredit Tank because this man is moving up or whatever. That's what they do in boxing. They move up to challenge themselves. And he's a good fighter that he about to face. Just defeated what's his name? You know what I'm saying? Purple Hair, just defeated him, which was a good credible win. So you got to get Tank his props right there. It's just that everybody wants to see Tank fight two fighters. That's what everybody clamoring for. Everybody is not clamoring for him versus Ryan. I'm not really, for real. I will watch it and I will pay for that fight. You know what I'm saying? But that ain't the fight I wanted. But it's a good fight though. Can't take that like Ryan Garcia ain't shit or something. Cause he is, bro. The man can fight, man. And he got speed, good body punches. And let's see what's gonna happen, man. You gotta give him his props when it comes to that, man. I just want to see Tank fight Devin Haney, and I want to see him fight Loma. You know, and I think that's people's frustration right there. That's all I got to say. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, real quick,
really
big dose.
Let me say this real quick. Let me say this.
Tank went down on the cards, bro, when he knocked out Barrios, bro.
Let me say this real quick. I think that Ryan, you know what I'm saying, a lot of shit is what he says and what he does, not what he do in the ring, right? And we let that shit, you know what I'm saying, take over our thought process when we think about Ryan in the ring. I think he made himself look real bad with that Devin Haney situation. Because he ducked Devin. You know what I'm saying? He pretty much admitted he ain't want to fight Devin. Talking about he want to save him, you know, for down the road, him and Devin to be a big fight. When everybody was like, hey, you his mandatory. You can fight him now. So he ducked Devin, so I think that made him look like a bitch, but he can fight in the ring. That don't mean that when they get in the ring, Devin just gonna walk through him, because he ain't. He ain't doing it in the amateurs. You know what I'm saying? I think that Devin beat him a few times. He beat Devin a few times. They're going back and forth, you know, but that was the amateurs. But I think that Devin is a better boxer than Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Ryan Garcia is much more dangerous than Devin.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that assessment, bro. I agree with that assessment for sure.
I agree. Yeah. That's why nobody want to fight Devin. How Devin gonna be the undisputed champion and gotta beg a motherfucker to fight him, man? That shit is ridiculous, bro.
But we can't. And I know Nick J was saying, do I put him on the level of Devin and all them? But they gotta fight each other at the end of the day. Nick J, like, you know what I'm saying? They all these guys are young. They all dangerous in their own separate ways. They have to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? All of them got to fight each other because, honestly, we don't know. We don't know who at what level, or, you know what I'm saying, if they ain't fighting each other.
And we ain't.
All we can do is gauge it off, right? All we have to do, only thing we got to go off of is gauging it off of other opponents that they might have fought. Like, you know what I'm saying? And when you do that,
you don't fight.
Ryan is looking more impressive in those fights. That don't mean he better, or, you know, so that's why I'm saying they got to fight each other. I'm not finna just crown, you know, one and put them in a whole nother class above the other one, because we can't.
Right now, you got to, though, Key, because one is the undisputed champion of that division.
Yeah, but I mean, yes. You have to put Devin is the king at 135. No doubt about it. He's the king at
They
135.
should all be going after him, but
But when you talk boxing,
Thanks to Russell.
if you ask me, Ryan Garcia, he'll beat Kambosos. Tank Davis will beat Kambosos. Vasil Lomachenko will beat Kambosos. Now, I don't like to say that shit because it sounds like that you're taking credit away from Devin Haney. No, I'm not. But what I'm saying is I look at all of them and I think that they all better than Kambosos. Now, the only one that's proven it is Devin Haney. So he's the king.
right.
Hey, just real quick, bro. When I was in the chat techniques, I told you to stop that shit, bro. All we had is a boxing disagreement. Quit trying to act like it's some other shit, bro. Stop doing that shit, bro. Stop it, dog.
Bro, I told techniques, bro. I told you that shit earlier, right? This is my last time telling you. Don't come over here with that bullshit.
Trying to start shit being messy
Don't
and shit,
come
bro.
over
Like
if you
ain't
got
nobody
a
on that shit.
problem.
We having a boxing
Right.
conversation, bro.
Let me
and we
take
don't
this
agree.
shit right
Like
here at the
that's
door,
all
right?
it is.
If you got a problem with Trill Boxing, Black Fight Fans, 78 Sports, CC, if you got a problem with anybody over there, let them know about it, right? Don't
attach your problem.
bro.
And don't attach your problems to my name, bro. Like don't do that
Because he's
shit.
been doing that shit, bro. Because I had to the first time he was saying some shit, I didn't know what he was talking about, and I had to scroll up in the comments, and I seen what he was right. If you got a problem with somebody else, go to their channel and address that shit, bro.
And don't use me to do it.
And I don't got nothing to do with that shit.
Hey man,
And don't use me to do it, bro. Like, don't use me to do that shit. Yes, I disagree with everything he said about Tank Davis and Devin Haney today. There's no beef there. I just don't agree with his boxing take, bro. And I let him know in the chat, and we went back and forth in the chat, and it's all cool. There's no issues, bro. Quit stirring up shit, bro.
And
Stop,
I'm talking about comments that he said that, like I said, I went and I read earlier, bro. This ain't don't come over here and do that shit. You feel what I'm saying? Because like I told you earlier, bro, you ain't finna go over there and do that shit. Don't respect my shit. Don't come over here doing that shit. This ain't what this is.
And technique, we all family up in this motherfucker, bro.
okay.
No,
But Coach, go ahead and cook, Coach.
All right. Now I heard Knockout saying that all about, the only reason people saying what they're saying, and Tank brought a lot of that on himself. You got to understand why people are so frustrated with him, because he brought up a lot of it on himself. Because it's got to the point, finally, we getting a fight that I want to see Tank Davis in. We finally getting a fight that I think is going to be a competitive fight. And they do that with Devin because Devin is way younger and went after all the belts. That's why people say what they say. And I understand how you feel about, they shouldn't put Tank down to raise Devin up. I don't think that's what's going on. It's more or less frustration because of the level of competition Tank's been fighting. That's what frustrating when you see a guy who want to fight everybody and then a guy who's letting his promoter guide his whole career and not really push the issue. So that's why that happened a lot. Now, I think this is gonna be a good fucking fight. I'm keeping it 100. I have criticized Tank in the past because of the level of competition, but now that he's fighting Ryan Garcia, I'm happy. I'm happy because that's a fight I want to see. And I think a lot of the stuff that happened with Ryan, if you really think about it, if you look at the stuff that happened with him pulling out of fights, I don't think he was prepared. He was prepared properly, and I think that it was and he knew it. He had enough mindset to know that he wasn't being prepared properly by Eddie Reynoso and them. So if you look at it now, you probably can say, you know what? His confidence was low because of the fact that he wasn't being trained properly. And he knew that I got to be on my shit to be able to compete with these guys. So he backed out the Devin fight. He backed out the Tank fight the first time. If you really go back and the what's his name? The one Devin beat, short
Jojo
Diaz. So You look at it, but now Ryan is turning into a man. Also, you got to look at that. He's turning into a man now. He's getting his man strength. He's starting to grow hair on his fucking chest. He's starting to fucking mature. So I think his maturity level is picked up also. So and he's working hard. So and he's improving. You know, this is not an easy fight for Tank Davis, bro. People are sitting here acting like he gonna wash Ryan, bro. That's not gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you. You gotta get through. Tank is way shorter. Tank 4'5", 4'5'5". Bro,
He
that's
five. It say he 5'5", bro. I think he really 4'4". I think he got like a 5.5, 6-inch height
bro,
disadvantage, and he got a
you're
he
not,
got a three he got
you're
a
not
three and a
walking
half inch
through. You're not
reach
walking
disadvantage, bro.
his shots like you did fucking Leo Santa Cruz. They coming a lot harder. They coming a lot harder, and he got a big reach and height advantage to even get to his chin, even though he hold it up in the air sometimes. And he got quick feet. He don't have boxing. He gets back real
He
quick.
got real quick twitch muscles.
Right.
He's
So
very quick.
height is not fucking easy. Tank gonna have to work his way in to land the big shots. And to come into that shit, he gonna have to take some shit, bro. And Ryan can fucking crack, bro. People can say what the fuck they want. You know, I'm not a big Ryan Garcia fan because of the shit he does outside the ring and the way he talked and all this stupid shit. But you can see the kid is maturing. You can see it. So I think that this is going to be a tough fight for both of those guys, bro. I just want to see it. And to say that Ryan Garcia is not a good fucking opponent, people stupid if they don't believe that. People are stupid. You're not watching what's going on. You're not watching the improvement in this kid. You know what? He got fucking hard because he got fucking smacked. Looked like he fell off a building, got his ass up, and then he stopped Luke Campbell. So he been doing this shit his whole life, just like Gervonta Davis, bro. This gonna be a fucking hell of a fight. And Tank got some work to do to get inside that shit, bro. Cause that dude got quick fucking hands, bro, and that dude can crack. This gonna be a tough fight. Tank gonna have a find a way to get inside. Now, will he do damage when he get inside? Of course. But getting inside, he might have to take some shit. And if he take the shit that he took from Leo Santa Cruz, that had his eyes and shit swollen, bro, it ain't gonna be good for Tank. Now Ryan gotta be careful because Tank can fucking knock his ass out at any moment. And he gotta be on this shit. But to say this is not a good fight, that's bullshit. And you, like
Coach,
I said, critic of fucking Tank because of his competition.
Coach, let me ask you something.
This is going to be a fucking hell of a fight, bro. This is gonna be a fight that I definitely want to see.
Coach, let me ask you something. You familiar with you? I mean, I know you know Joe Goosen, right? You familiar with Joe Goosen's background. Now,
Right.
You heard what I said, Joe Goosen said in his recent interview about Ryan Garcia. What do you think about that? Because that's some heavy shit for him to say all the fighters that he's trained.
I mean, just bro, that's his opinion. That's the way he feels. And if he believed that, bro, then you got to take the man at what he believe. You know, you got to take it what he believe. I'm gonna tell you like this: he's probably the fastest fighter he ever coached. He's probably the fastest fighter, and he might be the sharpest fighter he ever had. And that's saying a lot because you had Terry Norris. You know what I'm saying? He trained fucking Terry Norris, bro. And that's a great. So, you know, he could be seeing what he see. I mean, I'm not gonna doubt the man's what he fucking believe in. If that's what he believe in his heart, then that's what he believe. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna criticize Joe Goosen. He know what he's seeing. Fuck, he's been training fighters for years. Do I particularly like the way he trains? No, but that's just my opinion. He has trained a lot of champions though, and people have to understand that. And I think that brought a lot to Ryan Garcia's game. We saw
too,
it,
man. I see, like in his last fight, I saw a lot of improvement, bro. I saw a lot of improvement. You know what I'm saying? And one thing, he was keeping his chin tucked, and he was you know, his defense looked a lot better.
His jab was the most impressive thing for me. That fucking jab was out there like a piston and going fast and hard. I was like, whoa, this don't look like Ryan Garcia. Usually before he was looking like he he was relying on when a fighter come in to throw the left hook. That was his big thing. you know, but now his arsenal has improved. His toolbox has gotten better. He now he has a hard, stiff ass jab. Now he's keeping range. He's keeping his distance because of his height and his length. I mean, you gotta get a man credit, bro. You can't fucking sit here and just say the man trash when he's an undefeated fighter, regardless of who his competition has been. And he had some good competition.
I like to see Ryan Garcia take a fight in between also. You know what I'm saying? If him and Tank gonna really fight, and I know they saying April, man. We know how boxing is. If they telling you they gonna fight in April, they probably ain't gonna fight until June.
No, they saying it's like May 23rd, some shit like that.
May.
You goddamn right, Key. He need to take a fight in between. He need to go in there. I want him to be the best that he can possibly be.
But the reason I'm saying that, right, is because you know, with Joe Goosen, he's had 2 fights. He's only gonna get that chemistry between them is only going to continue to get better. So, like basically what Knockout is saying, we want to see him at his best. We want to see Gervonta Tank Davis at his best. And you know what I'm saying? We want to see both of these fighters at their best, and he needs to take a fight in between too, because he definitely don't need to sit out and wait for Tank. He needs to take a fight, continue to work, and it's going to give us a chance to see more on what he's improved on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Did he really improve? Was Javier Fortuna really washed? Like,
right.
I want to see that
exactly.
shit.
I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because and is he really improving with Joe Goosen, or is it like Knockout said? Was it just because Javier Fortuna was that washed up? I want to see that. But you know,
it's not Javier Fortuna wasn't washed up.
He'll beat JoJo Diaz's ass.
That wasn't it. It's just, bro, when you got there's like I always say, there's levels, bro. It's levels. You got a good fucking fighter in Fortuna, but Ryan made him look ordinary. It's just it's just the way it is in boxing. You got talent, and then you got extreme talent. Bro, the dude is talented. They can say whatever the fuck.
Well, I mean, a lot, and I feel you, Crush. You ain't gotta be feeling them, but can't nobody in here tell me, right? For y'all, because a lot of y'all is using the word trash. That's the word that a lot of y'all said he was trash. But can't nobody show me in the ring, okay, a fight and say, okay, he the motherfucker's trash. You can show me that he has flaws, but we can do the same thing with Devin Haney. You know, and my great brother Batman, right? He was one of the first ones that pointed out. He's like, man, look at Devin Haney. He loops his punches wide. He gonna get caught. One day hey, on everything I love, and I'm not knocking Devin Haney because Devin Haney one of my favorite fighters, but I'm just making a point. And I used to argue with with Batman about this, right? He used to be key. He loop his punches, he gonna get caught. And he got caught. And shit, you couldn't tell motherfucking Batman nothing after that. He like, what I tell you? He loop his punches. And I start noticing, like, man, he do throw a lot of wide shots. Also, Devin Haney can't fight inside. Ryan Garcia can't fight inside. Man, one of them can fight inside. So my point is all these fighters got flaws. Ain't none of them perfect. To me, Shakur Stevenson is the closest one to the one that don't have flaws. You can't just point out flaws in Shakur Stevenson like that. The rest of them you can. That's why I got Shakur over all of them. I said it, all of them.
I think both of them guys can fight inside, but if they do fight inside, they give up all their advantages. They the taller fighter with the longer reach. It's only some.
I ain't never seen Ryan fight inside, so I can't say he can fight inside.
Well, I know one thing, Knockout.
He can't fight inside. Devin can't fight inside like that neither.
Jumped up in there with that fucking left hook to the body and dropped Luke Campbell for the fucking 8 for the 10 count.
Yeah, that was an explosive jumping.
But I'm talking about,
and it was
Ryan Garcia on the inside, right?
I'm talking about some high guard. I'm talking about some high guard shit. Ain't nobody grappling, ain't nobody holding. Who the better inside fighter? That's what I'm talking about.
When you see
that's what he do.
When you get Ryan Garcia on the inside, he don't know how to fight inside. He's more of an outside finesse fighter. Same thing as Devin Haney. He can't fight him. Let's just keep it 100. Now, one of them can fight on the inside.
The whole point I'm making is why they're smart enough. Those two fighters are smart enough not to give up their fucking advantages.
Devin Haney took it to Cambosis a few times on the inside, man.
But that don't have nothing to you gonna fight sometime on the inside. But as far as
But y'all saying he can't though.
why give up your that don't make sense.
Neither one of them are inside fighters. They
I didn't
inside
see.
and
I didn't
back.
see. I got to go
Both of
back
them.
and watch the film, bro. I ain't see Devin Haney fighting on the inside with Cambosos.
Nah,
I saw
both of
him
they inside games
beating his
are-
ass from the
Time,
outside, bro.
Now he didn't do it a lot, but a few times he did go on the inside with Cambosis.
And what about your boy at 154? He give up his advantages. This motherfucker 6'7".
Sebastian Fundora.
He give up his advantages to fight on. That's retarded to me. But
Shit, I don't even know if it's really an advantage, OG, because you know that nigga probably legally blind, bro. So he probably can't. He probably can't see from the outside, dog.
But I know one thing: he give up his. And the problem with him is he's not really a good outside fighter. You can land on him when he's on the outside.
Yeah, so I actually think he fight to his advantage. It's an anomaly, and I think that's why he's so hard to prepare for. But I think he's actually a way better inside fighter. And I mean, obviously his fights show that. So he actually, because he didn't look that good when he was fighting on the outside against Ocampo. He had some success, but he really he's an inside fighter. He just got to do what he got to do, in my opinion. But to Tank and Ryan, bro, my only point that I'm making is it's a good fight, bro. Like we gotta, when we have good fights as fight fans, we gotta admit that they good fights, bro. Because then now, if Tank go in there and do something to Ryan, now it's gonna be people. Oh well, shit, he did that shit anyway. The only person that can do that is me, because I said he was gonna do it, and I said that Ryan Garcia ain't got no smoke for Tank, so I gotta stand on that, bro. I can't give him this huge credit if he knock Ryan out, because that's what I said way back when, and I'm gonna stand on that shit because that's how much I believe in Tank Davis. But to act like it's not at least a big fight, to act like it's not at least the best possible opponent that he could have fought, that shit just cap, bro.
It's not. Come on.
I think like real talk knockout, man. When we look at when we look at the landscape, right? And I'm gonna put Shakur Stevenson in there. I'm gonna put Devin Haney in there. As far as all them guys, I think that Ryan Garcia is the most dangerous fight.
Hold on, y'all.
As far as getting knocked, as far as getting your motherfucking block knocked off.
So y'all
Big Dose. Who else could Tank have fought?
He could have fought Devin Haney.
Devin Haney is not, bro. Y'all gotta stop with this shit, bro. Devin Haney is not available to fight him right now, bro.
Why not?
Because Devin Haney and Lomachenko are in
Lomachenko.
negotiations, bro. Bob Arum been telling y'all that's the fight he making for months, bro.
Yeah, but
I thought they announced Lomachenko was fighting somebody else.
They're making
Tank is fighting Devin Haney.
Devin is fighting Loma, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I stand corrected. But
that fight pretty much been set ever since Devin Haney signed with Top Rank.
Okay. Bob Arum literally set that contract up. Bob Arum literally set that contract up to where after Devin Haney did his 2 rematches with Cambosos, that Loma would get his shots. You got to remember, bro, Loma actually got the Cambosos fight before Haney, but Loma had the Ukraine shit going on. Right. And we know Bob, if you listen to what Bob been saying, bro, he was saying after the first Cambosos fight, before the second Cambosos fight, and then right after the second Cambosos fight, he been saying he want Loma to get the winner for like the last 6-7 months, bro.
Okay, y'all answer this question, and y'all answer it honestly. Out of when it was the 5 kings, who was always seen as the weakest link of the 5 kings?
Ryan Garcia. And Ryan Garcia.
And people disregard what y'all done said already, that Ryan Garcia has made major improvements. They don't even see that. All they think of Ryan is as the weakest link, and he's not that no more.
See, I don't even believe that, Big Dose. I don't even believe that they really think that, Big Dose. I just think it's because Ryan is fighting Tank. Because when they wanted Ryan to fight Devin, when a lot of people wanted Ryan to fight Devin, when Ryan was the interim WBC champion, they wanted Devin to get that fight, and Devin was getting up in the ring with Ryan, chasing Ryan, talking shit about Ryan. Ryan was a good fight. Ryan was the man. Ryan was this. We need to see that fight. But now that it's Tank fighting Ryan, now all of a sudden Ryan ain't shit. That's what's really going. They don't really believe that shit, bro. They don't really believe that shit. It's just the shit on Tank, bro.
I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna say this. I don't agree with you what you said fully, knockout, I'm gonna say this: Ryan did look like the weakest link, right? Ryan did look like the weakest link. He was the last to develop out of all of them. Let's just keep it 100. Right. He was the last to develop out of all of them, right? But if you looked at what did you say, the 4 or 5 kings? If you looked at the 4 kings or the whatever you want to call it, 5 kings, right? Ryan Garcia and Teofimo Lopez had the most raw talent. Both of them had the most raw talent out of all of them.
Well, they had the most power.
No, they both had the most. They was both the most athletic. They both had the most raw talent out of all of them. Well, I ain't gonna say athletic, but look, who was faster than Ryan? Who had more power than Ryan?
Mm-hmm. Shit, only maybe Tank, but he definitely was considered to have the best hand speed and power combination of everybody.
Teofimo, another one, power, explosiveness, and he was just an all-around athlete.
I feel like Tank was always better than them too.
No, I'm not putting Tank in there with him. I'm not, because Tank is older. I'm talking about other young cats. I'm talking about other young ones coming up. I'm not putting Tank. So yeah, I wasn't putting Tank in there. I'm talking about other young cats. I'm talking about, when you talk about Ryan Garcia, Teofimo Lopez, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, I think Shakur was always, levels above all of them as far as, just being technically sound and all of that.
But Keon Tank was considered as one of the 5 kings, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he was already champion, and you know what I'm saying, before any of them.
Hey, fellas, I got a dip, y'all. Y'all boy be easy. Keith, appreciate you letting me come up. Coach, OG, take it easy. And Big Dose, man, it was nice being on the panel with y'all. Shout out to everybody in the chat, too, man. Y'all have a good Thanksgiving. If I don't talk to y'all before then, man, everybody have a good Thanksgiving. Be safe for the holidays, bro.
Appreciate you. But yeah, man, like I said, man, ain't now one of them just outshine the other one. Like they got a fight to show me that. I'm not crowning none of them. The only one that we can crown is Devin Haney, right? Because
he got all the
beat the man who he beat the man who beat the man. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I don't think that George Kambosos can beat Ryan Garcia. I really don't. That's my opinion, but I don't. I don't think that George Kambosos can beat Gervonta Davis. That's my opinion, but I really don't think so. I don't think that he can beat Vasil Lomachenko. That's my opinion, but I just don't think so.
I do.
I don't
think he could beat Lomachenko.
Oh, Ryan Garcia?
No, I think that Kambosos can beat Lomachenko.
I don't.
I do too.
Y'all didn't think he could
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a toss-up.
I think beat Lomachenko because of his size, and he got good feet and he got speed. He's just not as good as Devin, and you can't just call a man trash because he just lost to a better fucking fighter. And I think that he's big. He got some pop, and I think that he'll be a problem for Lomachenko. I think Lomachenko would have to get through his reach and everything like that. Devin's beat him on the outside, and I think that he'll give Lomachenko a lot of problems.
Yeah, man. But as far as the Tank fight, the Tank and Ryan fight, if they fight, because like I said, I don't believe the shit until they get in the ring. But if they fight, man, like I said, I see the fight playing out 2 ways. Either Tank gonna go in and catch him early and starch his ass. You know what I'm saying? But if we see Ryan come in there and he's defensively responsible, and we look up and it's the 7th round.
Yeah,
Tank could lose that motherfucking fight because at that point we gonna know that Ryan Garcia ain't scared of him, and it's a competitive fight.
Not only that, Keon, we've seen Tank get behind on the scorecards, and he can't afford to do that against Ryan Garcia. He can't afford to get behind like that, like he did against other fighters. If he do that and think he gonna just catch Ryan with a big shot, that shit might not come, bro. It's a tough.
Yeah, Yoda, Ryan don't have good footwork, but you know what he has to make up for it? See, y'all got to watch shit. See, I watch and I analyze fighters. He has to make up for it is he has very, very fast twitch muscles. He's very quick. His reflexes is hella fast.
And with his feet too, because
and see, y'all look at he don't have fast feet. He get out the way. He hops back. What he do is he hop back and he hop to the side very fast. He don't have like educated feet like you'll see somebody like a Vasil Lomachenko or that other fighters that we consider have great footwork. No, he don't have good footwork, but he know how to use his feet and he's fast with them to get out the way. They go back and watch Ryan. His feet ain't just stuck in the mud to where he's just standing there. He can't get out the way. He quick in the motherfucker.
That's why he maintains distance well. That's why. You don't just maintain distance being planted in the fucking mud. Somebody can close in on you quick. He has to be able to move his fucking feet out the way or move back. And he does it real quick, just like Keon said. And that's why he maintains distance. People think that shit is easy. That you're not gonna be stuck in the fucking mud and not get closed in on. You don't see people closing in on him. You don't see that shit because his fucking feet are quick as far as moving back quick, moving to the side quick. He's not a move around boxer. That's not what he is.
Why don't people like? It's crazy because all of a sudden now, motherfucking Luke Campbell is just some trash. Luke Campbell, he fought Jorge Linares when Jorge Linares. First of all, Luke Campbell is Olympic gold medalist, right? So I mean, he can't be trash and be an Olympic gold medalist, right? He fought Jorge Linares when Jorge Linares was in his prime, and Jorge Linares barely beat him by split decision. A lot of people thought Luke Campbell did enough to win that fight. It was a split decision win by Jorge Linares, right? Luke Campbell fought Vasil Lomachenko. And he was giving Vasil Lomachenko a tough ass fight. Think what Lomachenko stopped him in 11th? Did Lomachenko stop Luke Campbell or did he go 12? I'm gonna look that up because I remember watching that fight, but when I watched that fight, I was at the airport.
I want to say he went 12 with Luke Campbell.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Lomachenko didn't stop Luke Campbell. I'm gonna pull it up to make sure. Hold on. He fought Luke Campbell in 2019, and he went to distance. So yeah, whoever was in here earlier talking about that, Vasil Lomachenko knocked out Luke Campbell. Man, I knew I was right the first time. Yeah, Lomachenko went the distance with Luke Campbell in 2019, right? 2019. This how y'all don't make sense, right? Luke, and y'all was talking about how tough of a fight Luke Campbell gave Lomachenko. A lot of people was clowning Lomachenko. Oh man, Luke Campbell, he almost got beat by Luke Campbell. Y'all was saying that shit, right? Even though he didn't almost get beat, it was a unanimous decision, but people was talking shit. Now, Ryan Garcia coming fighting a year and a half later, right? A year and a half later, Ryan Garcia fights Luke Campbell and stops him in 6 or 7 rounds. 6 or 7 rounds. But now all of a sudden, when Ryan Garcia did it, Luke Campbell wasn't shit. Campbell Soup ain't shit. He ain't never been shit. He's trash. You see what I'm talking about? You see how people do when they don't like somebody? That's why I keep the same energy always.
Hey, Keon, I'm out too, man. I'm about to go down to the studio, make some beats, man. Hey, I'm going to send you a few beats, man, you might be able to use for an intro or something.
Yeah, send me some.
All right.
For sure.
All right,
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach, man. I know you be noticing that shit, Coach.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, bro, I'm a big critic of Tank as far as his competition. So for me to be saying that this is a good fight, y'all know it must be a good fight, bro. Cause like I said, nigga, you know I be on Tank fucking helmet and be pissing knockout off. So you know damn well I'm happy about this fight happening for sure.
Yeah, man. Like I said, man, it ain't happened yet. But for right now, I'm gonna give Tank his full credit for fighting Hector Garcia because Hector Garcia is a tough ass fight. And how tall is Hector Garcia? I see some people say he's 5'9". I don't think he that goddamn tall, is he? Let me see. Let me pull up Hector Garcia because Hector Garcia can fight, man. And to me, like I said, I think this is the toughest fight of Gervonta Davis's career. And Hector Garcia 5'8", and he a lot taller than Tank. 16-0, 10 KOs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man.
I mean,
The only thing with Hector Garcia is he got leaky defense, and he like to stand in front of you and go toe to toe. You know what I'm saying? It say 5'8". They got him listed as 5'8", Yoda.
Yeah, that's what I.
But yeah, that's the only thing with me with Hector Garcia. But you know, hey, to me, it's still the toughest opponent that he's fought in his career. If you look at his career, to me, who you think his toughest opponent is?
Who Tank toughest opponent?
Yeah.
So far, or you mean in the future?
No, you add Hector Garcia in there.
I don't know, bro. Maybe so far, maybe Barrios. Maybe.
I think I think Hector Garcia, as
Leo
far as
good early until he got caught.
yeah, but man, like to me, like people that knew what Barrios had to go through to make weight, you knew he was going to eventually fade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like to me, I know as far as in ring, yeah, that looked like his toughest fight so far. But bro, Barrios damn near killed himself to make weight.
Yeah, he did.
And you seen him, he got stopped with a body shot.
Well,
They tell you everything you need to know.
He got cracked in the fucking head too, though. You know.
Yeah, but he got stopped. The stoppage was from a body shot.
If you look at Barrios, you look at that Barrios fight, and Ryan is just as tall as him, but way faster and way got. I think Ryan might have more crack than him.
He got way more crack than Barrios. Way more.
But this is going to be a hard fight, bro. People sitting there sleeping on that shit, bro. This ain't gonna be no fucking. This ain't no Rolly Romero, bro. This is gonna be a
Patricia Hahn, salute, Queen.
This gonna be
yeah, man.
and
like
people,
I said, I think like to me, Barrios was cool, but I just wasn't impressed with motherfuckers was talking shit about Barrios because he just had got his ass whooped, beat the fuck down by what's that dude? Barrios had got his shit beat out of him before he fought Tank.
Yeah.
What's his name? Dude was like 6-0 when he fought Barrios, and he robbed him. They robbed dude. He beat the fuck out of Barrios. Had Barrios looking like a goddamn avatar in the face.
Yeah, I remember. I forgot who that was.
Yeah, he beat the dog shit out of Barrios.
They robbed that dude in that fight.
And they robbed him. I'm talking about he beat Barrios damn near every round.
Yeah.
What's his name? Akhmadov. Bakhtiar Akhmadov.
Yeah.
Damn, this motherfucker Akhmadov is got how the fuck oh no, never mind. I'm looking at it. Yeah. Akhmadov. He 11 wins and he got 2 losses now. Right? He lost to Alberto Pulo and Mario Barrios, he won that fight, but he just lost to Alberto Pulo. Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't that impressed with Barrios from the get-go. I never thought that Barrios was gonna be no danger to Tank from the get-go. It happened to be a tough fight for Tank because Barrios was just so much bigger than him, but I knew he was gonna fade, man. He killed himself trying to make that weight.
Yeah.
So to me, as far as everything on paper, I'm gonna say this is gonna be Tank's toughest fight. Because one thing we do know is Hector Garcia, he'll bang with you, which is not smart for him to do with Tank, but he's tough too, and he's not gonna stop coming.
Yeah, it's gonna
bring so all the dog that Tank got in him, he gonna bring that dog out of Tank. Because this motherfucker tough.
Yeah, well.
And he got respectable power too.
Hey, Key.
What's up with it? How you been?
Good.
Y'all been on the move, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I feel for y'all. Oh, I feel for y'all.
He in here putting stuff away right now.
That shit stressed me out thinking about it, Coach. I don't even want to think about that shit.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, well,
Got to though. You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah, man. But shit, man, I'm just, bro. I'm happy. I'm happy that this fight getting made, bro. And you know, it's gonna probably go through because you know he done been on ESPN with Stephen A. and all of this shit. So it's gonna happen, bro. And I think Ryan really believe he can beat Tank, bro. I really believe that.
He do.
You
Why
know,
you think he pushing for the fight?
wouldn't have been pushing this hard, bro, if he wasn't confident in this.
When you look at Devin Haney, bro, let's just keep it a buck, right? I think he looks at Devin Haney and he look at Devin Haney as a more difficult fight than Tank because he know that Devin is gonna be moving and fighting on the outside and sliding and he know he's gonna have a difficult time beating Devin Haney on the scorecards. I think that he look at Tank and he like, okay, Tank is gonna pretty much fight my fight. He think that Tank is gonna try to. He want to bang. That's what Ryan Garcia want to do. He wants somebody that's gonna bang with him. Well, he ain't really got to go find you like that. But we know now that Tank ain't always willing to bang like that. Tank can fight. If he have to, you know what I'm saying? He'll get on this motherfucking back foot and move around on your ass. And move around and make you come to him until you make a mistake.
The problem,
so Ryan Garcia is gonna have to have more than one game plan getting in there trying to fuck with Tank. Because if he think that Tank is just gonna stand there and try to bang with him and go toe to toe, Tank ain't gonna finna do that.
And not only that, the problem Ryan got is cutting the ring off. That's his problem.
Right.
Because
Tank is gonna make him have to try to cut the ring off. So that's where Ryan's jab is gonna come into play. Are you gonna be able to use your jab effectively? Is your defense? Are you know what I'm saying? And you got to be defensively responsible at all times. And I think that the good thing about Joe Goosen is a no nonsense type of trainer, and Joe Goosen is going to continue to drill that in Ryan Garcia. And so, man, I think that's a hell of a fight, though.
Yeah, bro. I mean, people can criticize all they want. It ain't gonna fucking matter. Finally happy that Tank having some competition, but everybody gotta admit, bro, the competition level has been shit, bro. It's been shit. And like I said earlier, the reason people criticize him is because of that reason, bro. They getting tired of seeing real boxing fans are getting tired of seeing him fighting bullshit fights, and we know he's going to win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know he's going to beat this fucking guy, and nobody want to see that. People's like,
Rick Tim says, if Ryan bang with Tank, it will end badly for him. Not necessarily, bro. You got to look. Who's bigger? Ryan Garcia. Who got faster hands? Ryan Garcia. Now, I'm not saying who would end badly for. It's going to end badly for one of them if they go toe to toe, but it don't necessarily mean that it's going to be Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, somebody going to get slept in this fight.
You know what I'm saying? Because we got to stop acting like he ain't dangerous. Like he don't got super fast hands. And one thing that we haven't even talked about is both of them are very accurate punchers. Both of them out. Ryan Garcia got pinpoint accuracy.
Yeah. And he got cracked. Motherfucker don't think that dude can punch. That fucking dude can punch, bro. You ain't walking. Tank ain't just gonna walk and mow over Ryan. It ain't happening, bro, like that.
Now, one thing we got to think is they fighting at Gervonta Davis's weight. They fighting at 136. You know what I'm saying? I know Ryan, he been having a problem making 135. A pound ain't that much difference. You know what I'm saying? So is that going to bother Ryan Garcia because he big as a motherfucker? You just heard Joe Goosen was like, man, Ryan Garcia is a full-fledged welterweight. What he said? He said, Ryan Garcia is big. He said he's grown into be a full-fledged welterweight right now. So him having to make 136, just a pound, I know that's one of the things that they was probably fighting for. You know what I'm saying? I would have, I think it would have been probably, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. because we seen Tank fight at 140. We seen Ryan, he been fighting at 140. So I think that
Well, he ain't fight at Ryan only fought at one. He was supposed to be moving up. He only fought at 135 so far.
nah, but he ain't fought at 135 his last two fights. He ain't been fighting at 135. He been fighting at like I think like catch weights like 138. So I think it would be, I would have liked to seen the fight, you know what I'm saying, be at probably like 137.5. You know what I'm saying? I think they should have been able to meet in the middle and fight at 137.5.
Yeah, well,
137 and a half would have been, but a pound, that ain't really gonna make no difference. I think the weight is gonna favor Gervonta Davis.
It makes a difference when you trying to fucking cut that last fucking pound, partner.
Yeah, it do. When you trying to, it do. But I'm just saying, I think that it favors Tank more than it do. You know,
be more at his natural weight. Than Ryan.
That favors Tank more than it do Ryan. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's one of the things that they was fighting for in the contract. And I would have liked it. I would have liked to seen it at like 135, 137 and a half. Meet, you know what I'm saying? They both meet halfway.
So now both of the networks agree to do business together.
We'll see.
But guess what?
We don't know until they motherfucking really, until we get a fight date in a venue, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because 5, 6, 7 months out from now, whenever they gonna have it, a lot of shit can change in between then.
But that go to show you though, if a motherfucker really want to make the fight, you know Ryan was pushing for this shit.
Both of them was. Both fighters was really pushing for this fight. And I told people they didn't know. I remember me, coach. I kept telling people they didn't know what the fuck they was talking about because they was running around here talking about, oh, Ryan's bluffing. He don't want to fight Tank. He bluffing. He gonna duck. He don't want to fight Tank. And I told people, I said, man, Ryan Garcia really want to fight Tank. You heard me saying that, coach.
Mm-hmm. He wanted
arguing with people, telling people Ryan Garcia really want to fight him.
Yeah, he do, bro. That's people full of, you know, I thought it would be more of the network shit problem, but that go to show you, bro. If motherfucker really want to make a fight, bro, they can make it whenever, you know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker really want to make a fight, they can make it, bro. So motherfuckers can stop using that shit as an excuse.
Well, but see, also you got to take two to tango. If one really want to make the fight and the other one really don't want to make the fight
right.
But see, Ryan Garcia, he said I saw an interview. He said, man, I told him, fuck Golden Boy from here on out. If they didn't make this fight for me, if they didn't give me this fight, if they got in the way and blocked this fight from happening, I said it's fuck Golden Boy, and they was gonna have some problems out of me. We was gonna have a lot of problems. So I think they took note. They took note because Golden Boy ain't got a lot of leverage when it comes to fighters. Ryan Garcia is the biggest name they got over there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they wanted them problems.
And that go to show you that when you got money, you can buck the system like that. You know what I'm saying? Because Ryan got money, bro. So he can buck the fucking system and make Oscar De La Hoya and them do what he want him to do. You know, but that go to, because he's like, you know what? If y'all don't do what I want you to do, I got enough money to take you to court. I got enough money to do what I need to do to get my career on the path I want. Yeah.
He is the face of Golden Boy.
Yeah,
he makes them money.
Yeah.
Rick 10 says Ryan ducked Tank the first time. No. Nah. Because you can't sit up here and say he ducked Tank when Pacquiao's people said that was real. Me and Money Brown read an article to y'all, right, and showed y'all where Pacquiao's people said, yeah, they did propose that fight to Ryan Garcia. So, of course, he thought he was finna make millions and millions and millions with Pacquiao, right? And then what happened is motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya, he didn't want the fight. Oscar De La Hoya, he was proposing for the fight to be an exhibition. He was talking about some, oh man, we let's do an exhibition. Let's make it an exhibition because he didn't want to fight for Ryan Garcia. Ryan wanted to fight Pacquiao, but then motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya talking about an exhibition. An exhibition, bro? Like, nah. And then that shit fell apart. So it fell apart because of Oscar, not Ryan. You can't put that one on Ryan Garcia. See, you just hear shit and just run with it. Ryan Garcia wanted to fight Pat. That's the reason he pulled out of the tank. Because he really thought he was on some 9-9 boo-boo shit. 9-9 boo-boo. I'm finna fight motherfucking Manny Pacquiao. And Oscar De La Hoya said, nope, that ain't finna happen. That definitely ain't gonna happen. And bro, it's like, how is two active fighters gonna fight in the exhibition? That was all De La Hoya doing. He didn't want his young prospect going and getting beat by Manny Pacquiao. That was gonna fuck up his bag. See, you got your timelines wrong, Rick Timms. That's not when he pulled out for mental illness. That's when he pulled out because he thought he had a Manny Pacquiao fight. You got to get your timelines right before you know what I'm saying, come do this with me, Rick. You got to get your timelines right. Your timeline ain't right. It was the Manny Pacquiao shit because he was running around talking about, I got a Manny Pacquiao fight. I ain't fighting Tank. Manny Pacquiao bigger. That's what happened. And you know, shit. That's what happened with that situation, and that wasn't on Ryan Garcia. That was on motherfucking Oscar De La Hoya. And you can't deny it because Pacquiao people even said it was true. Dundada said, you sure it wasn't a Pacquiao team that won the exhibition? Nah, it was motherfucking, I heard out of Oscar De La Hoya's own mouth. So, you know, you can't really, you can't say that he ducked Tank because he ran off because he thought he was going to get a Pacquiao fight. See, y'all niggas always want to talk about, man, what he did. What is he doing now? What are you doing now? You know what I'm saying? What he been trying to fight Tank, begging for Tank. Both of them been begging to fight each other. So let's stop talking about what they did and let's talk about what they're doing, what they trying to do now. Like, you think this man and, you know what I'm saying, made all this fucking noise, threatened to leave his promotional company if they didn't make the fight, made all this fucking noise to pull out because he's scared of Tank? Come on, man. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. You think the man that did all that motherfucking screaming and hollering to pull out? Nah, bro. This the type of fight that he been begging for and been asking for. It's Tank. This is the fight. But like I said, we still got to just sit back and wait what happened. Because it ain't going to be Ryan Garcia pulling out. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? But the networks could get pissed off at each other. You know what I'm saying? And decide we ain't going to work together. Anything can happen. So I don't believe it until I get a fight date, an official announcement with a date and a venue. But for me to be sitting up here talking about that Ryan Garcia is just bluffing, he don't really want to fight, man, hell no, y'all tripping with that. Like, if you can't see he want to fight, I don't know what make y'all think anybody want to fight. If you can't see that Ryan Garcia really want this fight. You feel me? I mean, shit. A lot of these fighters would do anything to fight cats like Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather. So yeah, you know, shit, I that ain't his fault. That was on Oscar. Oscar wouldn't finna let him get in there with Manny Pacquiao. Once Oscar realized that they couldn't get in there, with fans wouldn't go pay for that shit to see a motherfucking exhibition with two active fighters. Once they seen they weren't finna be able to pull that off, how can you put two active fighters in the ring and say this is an exhibition? Nah, nigga, fans wasn't buying that shit. Once Oscar seen that shit, he like, yeah, this ain't happening. This definitely ain't gonna happen. That was on Oscar. What's good with it, coach?
Yeah, man, I had somebody call me. I'm on my phone. So.
Oh, okay. Nah, I'm just talking about you know, Rick Tans, and you got a lot of people still think that Ryan Garcia is just bluffing. He really don't want the fight. He gonna pull out. And I'm like, man, that man want that fight. He been screaming for this fight.
From my understanding, it's been signed, bro. So that shit gonna happen, bro. Man, that
It's
boy
not
ain't gonna
signed
pass
yet.
up that.
Well, they saying that only thing that got to happen is both fighters still got to sign the contracts, but everything else is done.
Yeah, they didn't agree to everything, bro. So,
but I mean, people like to get on Ryan Hellman and shit, bro. And I understand, but this man been screaming and yelling for this fight for the longest. He ain't do all that shit to pull out.
Yeah, he brought that shit on himself, bro. You know, all of them fucking fights he pulled out of, bro. So, you know, he brought it on himself. But like I said, man, I think the kid has gotten more mature. You know what I'm saying? You can hear the way he talk. He don't talk as reckless and fucking childish as he did before. He's growing up, bro. You know?
Well, so check this out. Check this out, Rick. You keep saying that he ducked the fight with Tank before, like he didn't want to fight with Tank, but he always wanted to fight Tank. You can't say that he ducked the fight because he was presented a Manny Pacquiao fight. That wasn't on him. He thought he had a bag. He thought he had a bag. He was excited about that shit. He running around like, oh yeah, I don't have to fight Tank. I'm fighting Manny Pacquiao. I'm fighting Manny, and he was bragging about that shit. He really thought that he was finna fight Manny Pacquiao, and Oscar De La Hoya pulled that shit right from the motherfucking table. Like, nope, this ain't happening. Unless we doing an exhibition, it's not gonna happen. And like I said before, fans wouldn't finna pay to see two active fighters in an exhibition. For what? What are we gonna pay to see Manny Pacquiao versus Ryan Garcia in the exhibition when they both still active? Made no sense.
No, I'm just glad to fight, bro. And maybe I could get off a Tank helmet for a minute.
But yeah, I'm off Tank helmet right now. But like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? I don't have nothing to criticize Tank for at the moment. Like the fight that he got coming up, I like the fight. I respect that shit. You feel me?
Right.
If he fight Ryan Garcia afterwards, I respect it. But if that fight falls through and it don't happen, and then Gervonta Tank Davis go and fight some goddamn Rudy Poo, well, I'm gonna be back on this motherfucking helmet again.
See, Dewberry, that's not right. That is absolutely not right. What you just said, what you just typed, that is not right. They calling Tank out because it's more money in fighting Tank. That is absolutely false. That is absolutely false. You make more money fighting Devin Haney. It's already proven. It's already in the books.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like that shit is really irrelevant to me, bro. I don't give a fuck what they making. At the end of the day, I care about who they fighting. Other than that, about all that shit about who make what money when they fight each other, who gonna make, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
No.
Because they ain't paying me.
Right.
You feel me, bro? All I care about is who fighting who. That's it. That's all.
Yep.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm gonna leave knockout alone until this fight happens.
yeah, because like to me, this is my opinion. You don't have shit to say about Tank in 2023 if this is the way that he moving. Now, if it don't turn out like that and he get to moving like he was moving before, well, I'm gonna be the first one on this motherfucking helmet.
See Dewberry. No, he's not a bigger draw than Tank. What I said, the fighters who fight Tank make less money than the fighters who fight Devin Haney. Has nothing to do with Tank's drawing power. None of it.
Well, yeah, because I mean that's true. What coach is saying is true because you know what I'm saying. Floyd Mayweather and them, what they was doing is they was finding opponents that they didn't have to pay no money to. They was finding opponents where they didn't really have to pay like that. That's all that was, you know.
Yeah, Tank making a shitload of money.
And then on Devin Haney's end, right? They was having to pay Devin Haney's opponents a whole lot of money to get in the ring with him because they didn't want to fight him in the first place. But they getting Tank's opponents because they like, okay, we ain't gonna really pay you that much, but we gonna put you on pay-per-view and you got a chance to shock the world in front of the whole world. We gonna put you on pay-per-view, you know what I'm saying? We gonna give you some back-end money too. And yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. But Tank is a bigger draw, no question about it. I admit to that. He's a bigger draw, no question.
The biggest draws in boxing right now is Canelo in this order: Canelo, Errol Spence, and Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, and just depending on. And Deontay Wilder, he ahead of all of them, depending on, who he fight. So you can put them in whatever, you could put Deontay Wilder, you could basically move him in what order you want to, because I don't think his last fight did his biggest. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna just go off of history. I'll say Errol Spence. I'll say Deontay Wilder, Errol Spence, and Tank Davis in that order. Wilder, Errol Spence, and Tank Davis. From the last, my bad. Canelo, Wilder, Errol Spence, and Gervonta Tank Davis. In that order, those are the top 4 selling fighters. You know what I'm saying? Packing out arenas, pay-per-views, however you want to call it. Those are the top 4. Canelo, Wilder, the past 3 years. Let's go the past 3 years. Canelo, Wilder, Errol Spence, and Tank Davis.
Aisha, how you gonna say that he needs to fight Shakur? He's about to fight Lomachenko. I mean, Devin has never ran from smoke. I don't understand. He's never ran from smoke. Ever ran from smoke, ever.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of them need to fight each other.
Right.
In no particular order. I'm not even tripping in what order they do it. Ryan included. They all need to fight each other.
Y'all might as well get ready for when Devin Haney fight Lomachenko, he beat Lomachenko. Devin Haney is moving up to 140. I can tell y'all that right now, definitively. He is not sitting around waiting on Tank to come up to fight him at 135. It ain't gonna happen.
You can't say that Lomo's not competition. We not gonna do that. We not finna take credit away from Lomachenko because he showed time and time again what he is. Now, in his last fight, did he look impressive to me? No. But it could have been because he had a year layoff. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a long-ass layoff. He was in the war and he wasn't even training like that. He wasn't able to train. So it could have been because of that. Or it could be that he's not in his prime no more. He fading. He getting older. But he's still a threat. He's still a threat. It's still going to be the best fighter that Devin has ever faced, in his prime or not. But do I see Devin Haney whooping him? Yeah, I see Devin Haney beating him because I don't think he in his prime no more. I know he's not in his prime no more, but he's still good enough to give all these dudes a tough ass fight. You
I
know,
agree.
at his best. But I don't see him beating Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He's not in his prime no more, and he's not in his natural weight division either. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't have when he went up to 135, them dudes was too big for him. He wasn't stopping cats like that at one. Now at 130, it's a different story. He don't stop your ass at 130, but at 135, the size is too big of a discrepancy, and that power just didn't hit the same at 135.
And she said, right, so why fight an old guy and not Shakur? Well, let's see why fight an old guy. Because if you look at regular media, they still put Lomachenko way the fuck up there. They had Devin Haney not on the pound for pound list. Now they got him on there, but before they had Lomachenko on the pound for pound list, and Devin was undisputed champion. So that tell you what old media think of him. So
and Love Him Down Gaither. Love Him Down Gaither said some trill shit too. Maybe Ortiz was just like that, but he's just that good. You know what I'm saying? And we can't take credit.
I don't know what you're talking about. That fucking boy can fight.
Yeah, he can fight. We can't take credit away from Ortiz. We seen what he did to motherfucking goddamn Jamel Herring. He beat the shit out of Jamel Herring.
Yeah, that dude can fucking fight, bro. I don't know what people talking about, bro. That dude can fucking fight. He gonna beat a lot of people at that weight.
Well, see, Dewberry, we talking about fighters over here in the U.S. because you start bringing UK fighters into the equation, it's different because, you know, the UK, they much bigger boxing fans. You know what I'm saying? They ticket prices are way cheaper than they is over here in the States. So I'm just talking about the top U.S. fighters selling U.S. fighters.
Yeah,
Nick J said she had him beat Lomo. And real talk, Nick J, I was pissed at first because I'm like, man, they just robbed this boy Ortiz. And then I went back the next morning and I sat down. I got my, you know what I'm saying, my notebook out, and I scored every round by round. And I had Lomachenko winning by like 2 rounds, two or three rounds, because Ortiz, he started giving up a lot of the second half of the fight. He gave up most of them rounds. And go watch the fight again, Nick J, and score. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. Because I said the same shit you said at first. I said, man, they robbed that kid. They robbed him. And I went back and I watched it, and I said, oh, okay, yeah, Lomachenko won. He won that fight.
Zena says so when Loma have trouble, it's because they can fight, but Tank Comp couldn't fight. Bro, come on, bro. Which one? Name one of those fighters on one fighter on Tank resume that Loma couldn't beat. Name one. Name one, Zena. I bet you can't.
Look, man, like I said, my whole thing is I don't want to have to take no credit from Tank. My whole thing is you know what I'm saying? I wanted this day to come to where I could come on here and say, okay, yeah, Tank fighting somebody that, you know what I'm saying, I could take my hat off to and I could respect. And I was glad to come over here and do this live because I'm sick of that nigga fighting Rudy Poots.
Yeah.
Whatever y'all want to call him, Mario Barrios ain't it. Leo Santa Cruz, to me, wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfucking Gambosos, not Gambosos, goddamn Gamboa wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull, he a cool little fighter. He cool. But at that point in time, nobody thought that Pitbull had no smoke for motherfucking Tank. Everybody was looking at that shit and laughing because Pitbull hadn't showed nothing up until that point in time. And to me, he still didn't impress me. Tank beat him easy to me.
Okay, Zena, you say name one Loma fight Tank wouldn't beat. How about this? Did Loma call Tank out and Tank and them wouldn't fight him, or did Tank call Loma?
I'm gonna name you one. Tanker had to prove to me he'll beat Gary Russell in his prime. A young Gary Russell, Tanker had to prove that shit to me. Because we know, if you know the stories like I know, Gary Russell was running through them boys, beating the fuck out of all of them in sparring. They know what Gary Russell was. Man, so yeah.
Talking about Barrios, boy, Loma would have beat the sleeves off of Barrios, boy. Boy, stop that. His feet are extremely too slow for Lomachenko.
But man, great show though, man. Great show.
Yeah,
Man, let me get your last words before we get up out of here, Coach.
man, it's always a pleasure, Key. You know how it go, bro. So it's always fun to come up here and talk boxing, brother. I'm just happy, like I said, I'm just happy that we finally getting Tank in a fight that there's a possibility to lose. That's all it is. That's all I want to see. The best fight, the best. And I think that, Ryan is an undefeated fighter, bro. And he can fight. So, and he's a big fucking 135. And this not no Mario Barrios. This is not none of those other opponents. I think this is gonna be a tough fight for Tank, and I'm finally happy that they made this fucking fight. People can try to down Ryan all they want to. I think the kid's getting better. I think he's improving. I think that his mind is more focused now, and his maturity level has gone up. So they can say whatever they want. It's still a fight that I want to see. So I'm happy.
One thing, let's not look past Hector Garcia, because we did that shit when Hector Garcia fought motherfucking Chris Colbert. You know what I'm saying? And we saw what happened in that fight. Now, of course, Tank Davis is way better than Chris Colbert, but I'm just saying, let's not look over Hector Garcia because he got a hell of a fight ahead of him.
Man, what is he saying? Sweet Pea turned down Chavez first.
I don't know what he talking.
I don't know what world you in.
Right. C. Dewberry, salute. He said, salute, fellas. We might not agree on everything, but it's all respect. Oh, yeah, all the time. Like I said, if you got this many people in here and everybody agree to everything, something wrong. Yep. I don't want nobody to agree with everything I say. Shit. That shit would be boring to me. It really would. But yeah, man. Coach, man.
Wait, let me say one more thing. Aisha said, nah, Devin in a protection program, they're keeping him from Shakur. Shakur just moved to 135. This fight with Lomachenko was already planned out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, Aisha, you know I got Shakur over everybody, but they weren't gonna make that fight right now at Top Rank. They're not gonna make that fight no time soon at Top Rank. Like Coach said, it wasn't even no opening for Devin and Shakur to fight. You know what I'm saying? When Devin came over with Top Rank, one of the agreements that they already had in contract was that if Devin got past George Kambosos twice, he was going to have to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. And all Lomachenko had to do is get past his tune-up opponent, which wasn't no motherfucking tune-up. We saw that. He damn near tuned his ass up. Yeah. But, that was already set in stone. Yeah, that was already set in stone. Hopefully, down the line, Shakur, we do get to see Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney fight, but I don't see it happening no time soon.
I don't see it happening at 135 for sure.
Oh, no, it definitely ain't going to happen at 135. If it do happen, it'll be at 147.
140 or 147, one of them.
I don't even see Devin Haney stand at 140 that, like, I don't see him stand at 140 for a whole lot, like, more than 3 years max.
I don't know, Key. I know one thing. He ain't going up there running shit. Now, I told y'all I had Devin before Shakur moved up. I told y'all I had Devin over everybody at 135. And I said, until Shakur get there, then it's going to be a chess match and may the best man win, because I really like both of those fighters.
He ain't going to 140 running shit. Like, you got
40,
Regis Prograis.
Up there fucking around and just running 140. They got some monsters at 140.
You got Regis Prograis. You got, and I want to say something to Knockout, right? Because I wish I had remembered this while Knockout was on the panel, but he said some real disrespectful shit when it came to Gary Antoine Russell. You know what I'm saying? Because we was talking about Gary Antoine Russell and Tank, and he said, well, I don't see why he a threat to Tank. Gary Antoine Russell ain't that good. That's some bullshit. You expect that man to go out there and look his best when his daddy just had died. The man that's been by his side ever since he was born, the man that's trained him and taught him everything he knew, and his dad just had passed, and he lost his brother, and you expect that man to go out there and fucking look his best when he still won, still got the stoppage, but you gonna talk about, oh man, he fooled us, he wasn't that good. Yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
Yeah,
I wasn't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? You can't expect a man to perform at his best going through all of that shit. You don't know what that man was feeling, what he was going through. And he talked about that shit too in his interview he did with PBC last week. He talked about it. He was like, I was dealing with a lot. Like, my dad is the one that taught me everything. He said, Gary Russell can't fill the shoes of my dad. He said, Gary Russell ain't even all the way in. He said, and I had a talk with Gary, like, you can't be 1 foot out and 1 foot in. If you're going to take the role, that dad did, you got to be all the way in. But yeah, man, he was going through a lot, bro, a whole lot. The fight before that, he was going through a lot because his dad was in the hospital and just had lost his leg. So, man, he been going through a lot. So all of that shit takes time out of your training. You grieving, your family is around. Like, you don't do that to that man, bro.
Gary Antonio didn't look good either. I mean, he lost,
but they going through a lot.
Right. They're going through a lot, bro. So, bro, you gotta, real life happens. Just because you're a boxer don't mean real life don't happen. Real life happens. So
Gary Antoine Russell, man, to try to, knock him down like he ain't that, like, no, he's a motherfucking monster. And, them rumors about Tank Davis, they wouldn't finna put Tank in the ring with him. Nah. I'll tell you that for sure.
Fuck no. Too busy, too active, strong, bigger, bro. It's just not a good. That's why Regis said they won't put Tank in there with him. Tank ain't getting no ring with no Regis, boy. It's too much.
Yeah, bro. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
They don't realize that shit, bro, till they see the fucking difference. It's a difference, bro. And because you got to understand, each weight class, everybody is coming down in weight. Everybody's coming down. They walk around at a certain weight, and then when they get in camp, they shred pounds, and you get down to your weight. Gary Antoine looked like he could walk around at 180 pounds, bro.
Nah, Gary Antoine not that big, dog.
I'm talking about muscle-wise. I'm talking about his walk-around weight. I guarantee he over 170 pounds.
Nah, he don't get up to that big. He can't even, like, I talked to Batman about this behind the scenes a lot. Gary Antoine, they actually got him listed taller than what he really is. He's only like 5'7". He only 5'7".
But look at the thickness of him. That's what I'm saying.
And he like his body weight stays down. He stayed around the fighting weight. That's why when he weigh in, he always weigh in underweight. When he fight at 140, but he be weighing in at a 136, 137. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's saying that, he could easily, for the right fight, for Tank Davis, he'll go down to 135 because he could make 135. Wouldn't be too much of those guys at 140 are a lot bigger than him. And this, you know what I'm saying? And this is coming from his brother. Batman told me that. He don't walk around big at all. He walk around like he stay around 5 to 8 pounds of his fighting weight.
Well, that's good because that means he's staying in the gym. I'm talking about regular.
Now, if he was just undisciplined and just let his body go, probably, we don't know. But he ain't never done that though. But they was going. I know personally, man. They was going through a lot, bro. They was going through a whole lot, And for him to even, you got to give him, his props and his flowers for even getting in the ring. A lot of people wouldn't even went through with the fight. They would have pulled out.
Yeah.
But they built different. So, like I said, knock out my brother. But for him to come on here and just act like, I wasn't feeling that, man.
Yeah, they had they
Yeah,
were
Nick J I know what I'm talking about. She says when we interviewed him, he says he's never over 10 pounds of his fighting weight. Never. I told you. Yeah,
okay. But that's good. That's
yeah, man.
mean he's disciplined. That mean he's living a fighter's lifestyle. That mean he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, so you're not going in, he going in that last fight a lot of shit was going on. He ain't going in there with, his mind fully intact. And then you look over and you looking for your pops in the corner, he ain't there no more. You got to deal with all of that shit. That shit don't go away.
Right.
Hey, and I know you can kind of, attest to what I'm talking about, coach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, I
shit.
lost my pops. Shit. Over a year, it's a little over a year ago. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that shit was hard, bro. Nigga just break down for no reason,
Yeah,
bro.
that's just like, you going through that situation, and then, you know what I'm saying, you got to go into, like, say if you train and fight, you got to go in there and act like, you know what I'm saying, the next day, the next week, act like ain't nothing happening and shit. You got to be focused on a task and really, really focus and get some shit accomplished. Hey, you got to give it up to that man for even making it to the fight.
Right. And bro, that shit just hit you out of nowhere, bro. Shit fucking tears just roll out your eyes, especially when you close to your father, like I was, and the way they were with their dad. They family real close. So, that's tough to go through for him to even.
He talked about it. He said, man, Gary's a cool trainer. He said, Gary ain't nowhere near on the level of my dad. That's what he said. He said, hey, it's just, can't nobody fill that void. Mm-hmm. So he says it's up to him, like, to really, he said that it's up to him now to where he says he knows that can't nobody fuck with him if he gets all the way focused and does what he's supposed to do all the way. So that was letting me know that, you know what I'm saying, he kind of was saying that he was kind of, I don't want to say half-assing, but he wasn't doing everything that he's supposed to do, because he said, I know if I get all the way focused and do everything I'm supposed to do that I need to do, can't nobody fuck with me. But I need to get to that point.
Well, we'll see about that, because I beg differ. They got some monsters up there, bro. They got that division is loaded.
Well, hey. But yeah, that division is loaded. You know what I'm saying? You got Regis. You got Regis. That's the monster.
Fight with Regis and Zepeda.
Zepeda, that's gonna be a hell of a fight. And if Regis can stop Zepeda, I'm gonna tell you like this: he gonna have a title, but Regis is gonna be the new Devin Haney at 140, because motherfuckers is that title ain't gonna mean shit if Regis stops Zepeda. I'm telling you, that title ain't gonna mean shit to none of them fighters at 140. Maybe Subriel Matisse, right? Other than that, all them cats, they ain't gonna want to fight him, bro. They we going to the IBF route. We gonna go to WBO route. We gonna go to WBA route, and they gonna pretend like Regis don't exist.
He gonna stop him, bro.
So if he stops Zepeda, I'm telling you, they gonna pretend like Regis don't exist.
He gonna stop him. He gonna stop him.
Nick J says, is Shakur calling for Dev? Because last I saw, he said the fight was down the line in the future. Correct me. Nah, he not calling for Dev like that. Like he called for everybody. He said, yeah, Dev too, because Dev got the belts. But him and Dev is tight. And they already know that fight ain't gonna happen until down the line. You know what I'm saying? Like both of them know that. If they have to fight each other, they'll be down to fight each other. Dev ain't scared of Shakur, and Shakur ain't scared of Devin.
Nope.
But they both know that they not gonna fight each other, you know what I'm saying, no time soon. But when they do fight, it's gonna be a mega fight. It's gonna be a mega fight. Yeah. Hopefully they do fight. But the way they both wired, I don't think we're gonna have a problem seeing them fight once they're in the same division,
Even in punches,
like
even
that.
much as Shakur was always one weight class under Devin. Always.
Right. But once they settle and if they ever settle and they both in the same division, like settle, not like right now where you got Shakur coming to the division and Devin Haney getting ready to leave out. But once they get in the same division, they settle. Both the way they both wired, they gonna fight each other.
Oh yeah, they gonna get it in.
Now, right now, I got Shakur over Devin. If they fought tomorrow, I got Shakur over Devin. But down the line, I don't know.
I'm not
Because one thing I do know, and I always say this, is Devin Haney is more disciplined than all of them. Ain't none of them more as disciplined as Devin Haney. So down the line, Devin continue to get better. He might be better than Shakur.
I know this. This is what I do know. I'm not picking either one in that fight because I really, really, really like both of those fellas. And I just want to see, if they do fight, when they fight, I'm just going to sit back with my popcorn and watch the show. Watch the chess match and see who the best.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a chess match. It's definitely going to be that. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
those are some of the best sparring that you could go look at.
Yeah, I like them motherfuckers. I like both of them fighters a lot, bro. Like a lot. Because I like them kind of skills. You know what I'm saying? I just like watching them kind of skills because you don't get to see that. There's certain talents that have those skills, bro. They're at different levels. You know what I'm saying? And
see,
everybody now they discredit he beat Cam.
Dank's father. Dank's father. Stop just watching everything you see, right, and running with that shit because people be putting out videos trying to make, you know what I'm saying, shit look like something that it ain't. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that Shakur running around here trying to be live a rapper's lifestyle. Devin Haney, you know what I'm saying? He be kicking it with rappers and he kicking with celebrities too. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean? What is that supposed to mean?
Bro, I was at that bowling alley. We went to that bowling alley after all that bullshit. Out there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Man, they had.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like you talking about like these young men don't go out and they don't be kicking it and partying and shit, bro. They still fucking young. Devin Haney do the same shit. He be kicking it.
Yeah, I mean they just don't drink and do all that shit the people around them do. Same as Floyd. Floyd just don't drink. He didn't drink and do all of that shit that people did around him, And that's how Devin is. He drink nothing but water and Shakur's the same way. But them dudes not out there just screwing up. And in the situation that Shakur was in, you gotta understand Jay Prince is his manager. And so if Jay Prince Jr. birthday party is there, of course he's gonna be there. He lives in Houston, right. So it's just an unfortunate shit that happens.
People,
stupid niggas. You understand what I'm saying? Doing stupid shit.
Okay, you seen Devin? You seen Shakur Stevenson at a party? Have you not ever seen Devin Haney at a party? You got to make this shit make sense to me, bro.
Hello?
Nobody was expecting that to happen.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You acting like he was running around and he was a part of what happened and he expected what happened.
What if he had been going into a 7-Eleven or something or a gas station and somebody got killed next to him? Then what you gonna say then? Well, he shouldn't have been there. Nah, motherfucker, he's still living his life. That shit don't make sense. It's just unfortunate the type of people that he was around at that time that this shit happened, and it shouldn't have been happened because if anybody been to that place, bro, that shit is in downtown Houston, mostly white people there, and all of that shit. You got a lot of brothers that's there, but bro, it's a really, really nice area, and you wouldn't expect that to happen there. Not at that place.
Right.
Going there, it's a luxury bowling alley. It's not like no regular bowling alley or AMF you walk in and are nothing but lanes. It's not built like that. That motherfucker is a luxury, bro. I was just there a couple of weeks ago. So I'm telling you, it's not that you're just unfortunate that these dudes don't value life. You know what I'm saying? They don't value each other's life. And then, just like I saw a video today, I saw this guy and he was speaking the truth. If you really think about it, You know, when they talk about Black Lives Matter, he's like, man, y'all stop that shit. Because the only time it matters is if a cop or somebody from another race kill us. But we kill each other, bro. We the fucking ones that be fucking up and doing all this stupid shit, man. And all of this shit that's going on in this world, bro, the evil is just running rampant, man. Bro, it's insane. It's insane if you watch all these videos, all this drill music. Bro, that shit is causing death in our society, bro. This shit is causing death. You never coming back from that. And these kids, they think that shit is cool. That shit is not cool. You know what I'm saying, bro? That dude was in a bad situation being there. He thinking everything cool. You got celebrities there. You got all of these people. There's a birthday party for Jay Prince Jr. And this shit happens. Man, that shit is crazy, man. It's not like this shit was in the hood, bro. This shit wasn't in the hood.
Right. Oh, man. And, man, let me... Omega, what's happening with it? What it do, Omega? But yeah, man, salute to everybody that came through. Hit the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, smash the like button, man. Another great show. Damn, we've been on here for almost 4 hours, man. I was not intending to go this long, but man, we was just up here cooking. Great show. Like I said, once again, hit the like button. We will be back. I don't even really think we got no boxing going on this weekend. Ain't really nothing going on this weekend. That's good, though. Get a break. We get a break. You know, we going to get a break. I don't know about no boxing going on this weekend. Maybe. But, man, and salute to my man, Dank Father, King D, Aisha, Zenith 360, Johnny Q. Salute to everybody in the building. My man, Omega Red, came through the building late. Dundada.
He was out there.
And we will be back. And you know, Coach, don't forget about Coach. Coach going to be coming back. Salute to the Queen, Nick J. Oh, we got Munguia. I ain't watching that bullshit. Fuck Jaime Munguia, man. I'm sick of seeing Jaime Munguia fight bomb after bomb after bomb after bomb. Yep. That I'm not worried about.
Yep.
I ain't gonna stop doing what I'm doing to see that bullshit. For real.
Yeah. Well, brother, peace out, brother.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. And y'all let me know when Jaime Munguia fighting somebody. But I appreciate y'all. And y'all make sure that y'all tune in to the Queens of Boxing tonight. Nick J, you know what I'm saying? Nick J, they doing their show in a couple hours. They gonna be on cooking it up. So yeah, hit the like button and y'all know what it is. There you go, talking that boxing again. And I'm gone, y'all.